This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Poll workers intimidated. The entire team said to be afraid. Police kill a man during a shootout in Kemp Road. And Michael Pintard says he's standing by what he said about passports. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. International Men's Day. Happy International Men's Day, everybody. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Chester Robards will be here. Also this morning, a lot of big events coming up for Nassau Cruise Port. We'll be talking with them this morning. And it's time for our monthly segment with Bristol Wines and Spirits. The holidays are in full swing. They are going to tell us everything that's happening with Bristol over the next few weeks. That's all ahead. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, Parliamentary Registration Department employees are threatening not to work the polls of the upcoming Golden Isles by-election after turmoil at the advance poll over the transport of the ballot box on Monday. That's according to returning officer Neil Campbell, who said yesterday that one of the presiding officers called him, indicating that the entire team didn't wish to work the polls, saying, quote, "That's a challenge when you attack public servants, and we have those sorts of things. It causes other persons to run, even in choosing persons for this particular election. People said, I wish you well, but I'm not going to get in that." By-election again slated for Monday. Efforts to transport the ballot box turned chaotic Monday night as members of the FNM, the Coalition of Independents, surrounded and blocked the vehicle at Remnant Tabernacle Church, where 249 ballots were cast. They expressed concern over candidate representatives not being permitted in the bus with the ballot box. Campbell, though, says that it had been agreed that representatives would follow the bus. He said his team was surprised by the ordeal and believed that they had done their best to honor every request made by party representatives, eventually allowing representatives to ride in the vehicle with the ballots. Opposition leader Michael Pintard doubling down on his claim that a bag of passports was found on a Bahamas Air flight headed south. The PLP has called on the FNM leader to substantiate his claims or withdraw it, but Pintard yesterday saying he won't retreat, appearing on the Guardian Radio talk show Talking Heads, saying, quote, "We have a broken system and we have to fix it. The government doesn't feel any obligation to investigate the matter. What they seek to do is ask you to bring everything for them in black and white, as if they are unaware. They themselves are aware." The hosts, Naughty and MJ, pressing Pintard if he had any credible information to back his claim. Pintard saying, quote, "I believe that the national airline has been used to transport money and passports. I believe that those things have happened based on what we've heard from persons who work in the environment or who were called upon after certain incidents to investigate." Pearl Williams, the nurse who was suspended after posting a video raising concern over Princess Margaret Hospital conditions, has returned to work, according to Bahamas Nurses Union President Muriel Lightburn. Lightburn confirming that Williams returned to work on Friday. The nurse of 44 years was earlier this month placed on a 10-day suspension pending an investigation by the PHA, the Public Hospitals Authority, after she publicly appealed to Prime Minister Philip Davis to address pressing issues plaguing the hospital, including leaking roofs and rodent infestations. The video and news of Williams' suspension sparked outcry across the country, where the state of healthcare has been a significant concern in recent years. Police searching for 3 men after a high-speed chase in Kemp Road led to a shootout that left 1 man dead. Senior Assistant Commissioner Roberto Goodman said the incident unfolded after police received reports of gunshots on St. James Road sometime after 9 a.m. Police saying that as a result of that information, police assigned to the Kemp Road area received additional information in reference to a silver-colored vehicle. Police say that officers were able to locate the vehicle and a chase ensued from St. James Road to Cooper's Terrace, where the occupants of that vehicle began to shoot at police. Police returned fire, fatally shooting the driver, who is believed to be in his early 30s. 3 of the men were able to escape. Police say the victim is not known to police, noting that no officers were injured during the shootout. And the Court of Appeal rejecting an attempt by an American drug smuggler to get out of prison 6 months earlier by refusing to remove a requirement for him to pay a $20,000 fine. 35-year-old Tyrell Alsup of Baltimore, Maryland, was arrested on January 21, 2024 at Lyndon Pindling International Airport after authorities found 75.4 pounds of marijuana in 2 suitcases. At his arraignment before Magistrate Samuel McKinney, Alsup pleaded guilty to drug importation, conspiracy to import drugs, and drug possession with intent to supply, and was sentenced to concurrent sentences of 2.5 years in prison. He was also fined $20,000 on the drug importation charge and will serve an additional 6 months for non-payment. In seeking to have the fine removed, Alsup's lawyer, Miranda Adderley, argued that the fine was unduly harsh because the magistrate failed to inquire whether Alsup has the means to pay. By contrast, Chief Counsel Tashura Armbros argued for the fine to remain. She said the financial penalty was appropriate given the seriousness of the offenses. The panel of Court President Milton Evans and Justices of Appeal Sir Ian Winder and Gregory Smith found no error in principle in the sentence and dismissed the appeal. The court will provide a written decision at a later date. Overseas, a large Russian drone and missile barrage pummeled a western Ukrainian city, killing 19 people. That's according to their emergency services today, as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in Turkey for top-level talks to try to muster diplomatic support against Russia's invasion of his country. The nighttime attack hit 2 9-story apartment blocks in Ternopil, about 120 miles from the Polish border. At least 66 people, including 16 children, were injured. Russia fired 476 strike and decoy drones, as well as 48 missiles of various types at Ukrainian targets overnight. The bombardment included 47 cruise missiles with air defenses, intercepting all but 6 of them. Western-supplied M16 and Mirage 2000 jets intercepted at least 10 cruise missiles. Ukrainian leader says he would meet with Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan later today as part of his efforts to diplomatically isolate Russian President Vladimir Putin and bring more international pressure to bear on him. Putin has so far resisted making compromises despite U.S. pressure. And an Israeli airstrike on a car in southern Lebanon killed one person today and wounded 11, including students aboard a nearby bus, according to the health ministry and state media. The strike in the village of Tiri came hours after an Israeli drone attack on the Palestinian refugee camp in southern Lebanon killed 13 people and wounded several others. The Tuesday night strike was the deadliest among scores of Israeli attacks since the ceasefire in the Israel-Hezbollah war a year ago. State-run national news agency said a school bus with students happened to be passing near the car that was hit Wednesday morning. The bus driver and several students were wounded. The identity of the person who died in the car wasn't immediately clear. The Israeli military did not comment today. And the UN Security Council has backed the United States' ambitious plan for the future of the Gaza Strip. How and when it will be carried out remains largely unknown. In a surprising twist, the plan would mean U.S. President Donald Trump becomes the de facto ruler of Gaza. The territory remains devastated by Israel's campaign to eliminate Hamas after its October 7, 2023 attack that sparked the war. An international body known as the Board of Peace, chaired by Trump, is to govern Gaza and oversee reconstruction under a 2-year renewable UN mandate. An armed international stabilization force is to keep security and ensure the disarming of Hamas, a key demand of Israel. Major questions hang over nearly every part of the plan, though, and the time frame for implementation. In the meantime, nearly all Palestinians remain displaced and dependent on humanitarian aid. Hamas retains significant control over nearly half of Gaza, and the rebuilding of the territory has barely begun. In sports, a couple of storied collegiate programs will be featured in the first Atlantic Collegiate Baseball Series set for February 27th to March 1st of next year at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. For the first time, NCAA Division I baseball will be on display in meaningful games here in the Bahamas. The Penn State University Nittany Lions and the Indiana State University Sycamores will engage in 3 games, each counting towards their regular season records. The 3-day event being staged by BDG Sports in conjunction with the Atlantis Resorts. More on that in today's Guardian Sports section. And athletes stealing the spotlight of the 2025 GSSA, the Government Secondary Schools Sports Association Cross Country Championships at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. The CHG's Raptors making some noise in the junior division, sweeping the under-15 girls and boys division and placing second in the under-13 girls and boys divisions. It's the 3rd year in a row that the team has won the junior cross-country division since Varel Davis took over as coach. The S.C. McPherson Sharks took the under-13 division with 25 points. Raptors had 54 points for second place, and the D.W. Davis Royals were 3rd overall with 86 points. It was all Sharks again in the under-13 boys division. The team had the best performance with a point total of 37. More on the the scores in today's Guardian Sports section. From soccer, Curacao salvaging an 0-0 draw with Jamaica Tuesday to become the smallest nation by population to qualify for a World Cup, and will be joined by CONCACAF sides Panama and Haiti, which also booked their spots. Curacao finishing as the only undefeated nation in the tournament and finishing atop of Group B with 12 points to advance to the World Cup for the first time in its history. Curacao got the historic result despite not having its coach on the bench, the 78-year-old Dick Advocat, missing the crucial match because he had to return to the Netherlands last weekend for family reasons. He was at the helm of the Netherlands national team for 3 stints and managed South Korea, Belgium, and Russia before taking the job with Curacao. Jamaica came close to taking the lead in the 54th minute with a header from Greg Lee that bounced off the right post. 2 more headers rattled the post as Jamaica pushed in search of the winner. In stoppage time, Jamaica was awarded a penalty after substitute Jeremy Antonis' sliding tackle brought down Juwan Richards in the area, but it was overturned after video review. And from the NBA, LeBron James certainly didn't look like he had been away from an NBA court for nearly 7 months when he began his unprecedented 23rd season Tuesday night, even if his burning lungs told him otherwise. After reaching another landmark in what is now officially the longest career in NBA history, James was not at all surprised to return from his lengthy injury absence by fittingly and seemingly with the surging LA Lakers in yet another victory. James had 11 points, 12 assists, and 3 rebounds while starting and playing 29 minutes with the Lakers' 140-126 win over the Utah Jazz, kicking off his new season with an impressive playmaking performance. The 40-year-old had been sidelined since the start of the training camp by sciatica, keeping him out of the preseason and the Lakers' first 14 games of the regular season. DeAndre Ayton, visibly impressed by James's passing during his first chance to play in a game alongside his new teammate. The Lakers' new center noted that the alley-oop pass he threw down for a dunk was actually the second lob he had ever received from James. The first was at James' basketball camp in Las Vegas when Ayton was in 8th grade. And Golden State forward Draymond Green receiving a warning from the NBA after going nearly chest-to-chest with a fan during the Warriors' 124-106 road victory over the New Orleans Pelicans. A person speaking to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity because the NBA has not announced the warning as yet, saying the fan, who identified himself as 35-year-old Sam Green of New Orleans, was wearing a black polo with a Pelicans logo on it. He was standing and cheering after Draymond Green had been called for a shooting foul while guarding Pelicans forward Herb Jones during the game Sunday. While players began taking their positions along the key for Jones's foul shots, Green strode over to the fan, stood just inches from him as they spoke to one another, with the fan holding his arms out at each side. Game officials quickly stepped in between them and pulled Green away, while ushers gathered and spoke with the fan. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather brought to you by Star General. The stalled front that we've been telling you about will keep a few isolated showers over the northern Bahamas today, while a low-level southeast Bahamas may trigger some additional showers. Elsewhere, light to moderate breezes and mostly settled weather expected thanks to weak high pressure. For today, look for partly sunny conditions becoming mostly fair tonight. For the northern and northwest Bahamas, only about a 10 to 20% chance of isolated showers. For the central and southeast Bahamas, a mix of sun and clouds today becoming mostly fair tonight. A 10% chance of showers for the central islands, but a 20 to 30% chance of showers for the southeastern islands. Winds easterly at less than 10 knots, becoming northeasterly at 10 knots or less by this afternoon for the extreme northern islands. Northeast to east at 10 knots or less, becoming northeasterly at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts by this evening for the northwest and the central islands and the southeastern Bahamas. Temperatures today a bit warmer than yesterday. Look for highs in the mid to upper 80s, around 29, 30 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the upper 60s, maybe 68, 69 Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius for the northern islands, low 70s for the central and southeast Bahamas, about 23, 24 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance Made Simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of the start.
You are listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we are discussing today's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
Wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Transform your home for less at Kelly's House & Homes Holiday Paint Sale now through Wednesday, December 24th. Enjoy 25% off house and spray paints plus 20% off paint supplies, except on net items. Our wide selection of paint colors is the perfect way to bring holiday cheer to your home. You'll also find the best selection of brushes, rollers, pans, glue, ladders, paint thinner, and more. So catch the holiday spirit and paint up for Christmas at Kelly's House & Homes Holiday Paint Sale, going on now through December 24th.
Under the distinguished patronage of Thelma Hannah, Louis Clare Jr. presents Emmanuel Has Come, an evening concert celebrating the birth of Christ our Savior. It all happens one night only, November 22nd, 7:30 p.m. at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, located on Tonic Williams-Darling Highway. Admission is free, so come out and be blessed. An offering will be lifted. This ad has been sponsored by Screws and Fasteners.
This time around, this time around, this time around, me girl with Brian Brown. This time around, this time around, this time around, me girl with Brian Brown. This baby, he got so much to give. Educational program, young people and the kids. You ain't gotta be no whiz. Brian handling business, all kind of things in these. Senior citizens, hey!
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
Looking to elevate your gadget game or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
Mommy, are you writing to Santa too?
You have Santa. I have CIBC Caribbean. CIBC has sweetened the season, so you can bring your holiday dreams to life and wrap a new home or land with incredible cashback deals. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Arrange a test drive before December 8th for a chance to win an Everything Christmas box. Visit easy242.com or call 461-0100 to get started.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. Also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Join me now, Chester Robards. Chester Robards, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you with us.
Glad to be here.
All right, we've got a lot happening today, a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking with NASA Crewsport. They've got a number of events coming up. All the details about that, what you need to know to be a part of it. And then in business, our monthly segment with Bristol Wines and Spirits, our favorite time of the month. And we're looking forward to talking about all the events happening and all the very specials going on at Bristol at this time of year. So that's coming up. But right now, let's get into what else is in the news. And in the news, poll workers intimidated. Entire team afraid. Apparently afraid to work the polls for by-election day in the Golden Isles constituency for Monday. So they're saying now, after what happened on Monday with the advance poll. Yeah, okay. This is very interesting. We're going to get to a report about all of this, what's happening there. But isn't this something? So are you ready for the report, Mr. Producer? Let's go to the report from our Vonique Toot.
Officials here at the Parliamentary Registration Department say they are baffled by the chaotic end to yesterday's advance poll, insisting their workers did their best and followed protocol. In fact, they're saying some workers are now refusing to work Monday's by-election.
Some sort of confusion happened because there were several meetings. Even I met with them on site to determine the 300 feet or the 100 yards. And the coalition, they were having their float parade that day, so they didn't show up. And the PLP and the FNM showed up, and we came up with certain agreements. But then on the day, it didn't pan out the way we assumed because everybody who attended the meeting was somebody else. And luckily, they didn't share information with the other groupings. I think that's what happened. Even the music. Then one team didn't have a music. Then one team was where the tent's supposed to be. Then one person put a tent in between the two tents. But that was on their side across the road. We didn't want to get into all that.
What was initially described as a successful advance poll by officials from the Parliamentary Registration Department turned chaotic on Monday night. Members of the Free National Movement and the Coalition of Independents surrounded and blocked a vehicle responsible for escorting a sealed ballot box from Remnant Tabernacle Church to the Parliamentary Registration Department. Despite a heavy police presence, party supporters refused to move. According to returning officer Neil Campbell, both they and representatives from the four candidates were surprised by the turn of events, particularly since they had been thanked by party representatives after the polls closed at 6 p.m.
They thanked us, we shook hands and everything else, and we also told them that on election day, that the box will be placed at polling division number 1. And you are, those persons that signed, we want you to be present, so you confirm that when we went in the box, we'll come out of the box. You cannot beat that.
Campbell further explained that his team had honored every request made by party representatives. He noted that the ballots were escorted by these representatives, then securely placed in a vault that requires 4 keys to open.
In order to get to that particular box, you need 4 different keys from 4 different people. The police got one, the parliamentary commission got one, I have one, Neo. You need 4 persons to collude in order to get to the box. Then you gotta unseal that, put the signatures back on it. I don't know, it's a total surprise because if it's be said, and everyone is honest, I think we did our best. As soon as it was brought to our attention that at the end of the poll when they said that they wanted to drive in the bus and they came to us, we spoke and the adjustment was made. No one was trying to hinder or anything, but because it was their agreement that they came to us with, we obliged. And when they came to us and they said, we want to go on the bus, we said, no problem. Even at that point, there was a problem, because guess why? We would prefer that persons who saw the box all day to accompany the box.
However, Campbell revealed that the chaotic scene and the allegations that followed left PRD staff feeling so disheartened that they have now refused to work during the upcoming by-election on November 24th.
What is concerning, Mr. Parliamentary Commissioner, is that one of my presiding officers called me this morning, and she indicated that entire team, they no longer wish to work the polls. That's a challenge. When you attack public servants, and we have those type of things, it causes other persons to run for this. Even in choosing persons for this particular election, you would have known that the list I gave you, the first time we looked over the list, person said, Campbell, I wish you well, but I'm not going to get in that free. But right now, they're timid and afraid. An entire team, so only the presiding officer is saying she's still willing to work. But her team told us, she called me first thing this morning. In fact, she said she's not coming to work.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Vonnie Tood.
Wow. Okay. What do you make of that?
What a time.
What a time indeed.
Becoming the things that we despise.
Becoming. Okay. Sure. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I'm sure maybe after a couple of days, everybody will get over it. Is that a thing? And
I mean, there was nothing physical that went on, though. He said attacked him like verbally.
And right? Maybe in fear that if things don't go certain people's way, that there might be some retaliation. I don't know. Maybe that's how they're feeling. I'm not too sure. But
maybe they should promise to keep the unhinged people who were acting out away.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I don't know.
Okay, well, that...
Send their substitutes.
Right. Well, Let's get your reaction, folks. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Give us a call. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, pleasant good morning, Dwight, to you and your co-host.
Good morning.
Are you able to tell me what is it that caused the chaos at the polling station? What factor that caused it? Were you able to tell me that?
You didn't listen to the report? Yeah, so the things didn't go the way a number of people had agreed to it. It was done a different way, but apparently the Parliamentary Registration Department is saying that they did what they met the agreements, but the people who were there were not the people they made the agreements with. And so some people thought they were not doing what they're supposed to do, and so that caused a lot of confusion there.
If I remember correctly, right, the law lays out what happens during an election. That's written, that is there. The only thing that is agreed is, I think it's called the polling area, that polling area where they cannot determine the 300 yards. If that is not able to be identified, then that point of entrance or the boundary line is agreed. Everything else is laid out in the law. If that is followed, there should be no chaos. Now, the next point I found interesting is why did it take 2 hours for 200 and something voters? 2 hours. Because in a polling station, every political party or every candidate has representative in that area. When there is a recount at the end of the voting, there's a recount. They go through the process. When the vote is called, it's ticked off. If it's not ticked off, the numbers that are counted, they're checked and verified. If there's a discrepancy in the number, either persons would have picked it up, or at the end of the day, it's agreed. Once that is agreed, that the ballots are accurate, everything is accurate, there's absolutely no need for a recount for them to take 2 hours. So I suggest that even the police officers who were there, if they are properly trained in the law and know what the rules are, there's absolutely no need for chaos. But when you start compromising during an election, everyone has their emotions, and everyone is going to try to negotiate what is in their interest. So I would suggest that either they go back and do some further training, or they bring in a new set of poll workers.
So
I don't know if the law allow that.
Let's just stop there. So you're saying recount. I don't know. But I mean, we're 2 hours. What were you getting that from? Because I know we reported that people said it took them 2 hours to vote. Is that what you're talking about?
2 hours to vote? What you mean 2 hours to vote?
What are you saying? You're saying they did after the polls closed?
After the voting, after the poll closed,
to count the number of ballots they
were
had.
still dealing with that process. And there's absolutely no need for that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. As we said, the report said that the people who showed up were not the people they had made any agreements with. And there were certain things that everybody apparently said they were prepared to do. And then the other people came and said, no, we don't want it like that. So, let's take this call. Good morning, call. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Are you there? Let's take the other line. Good morning, call. You're live on the air.
Good morning, Dwight, and good morning, Chester. How are you all doing?
Doing well. Good morning.
Great. Sometimes with an advanced poll, you have persons, disabled persons with issues, and sometimes it goes much slower than normal.
Right.
That's one of the instances where you can slow things down. And I think that's one of the reasons why you do it. So it's such a wonderful opportunity to allow elderly persons and disabled persons to, participate in the advanced poll. But, we got to listen to yesterday's conference, Mr. Harrison, Thomason, and Mr. Campbell, and the lady, I don't know her name, but presiding officer, and they shared their experience as to what happened to them. I don't care what the whole issue is as far as with the process. everything seemed to have run smoothly doing because it got to the point where the boxes were sealed and everything. My issue is what happened after the fact. I saw the live feed where you had persons lining up like what's the word? The Walking Dead, blocking off the exit or whatever at that polling place. You understand? Persons, a big great man throwing himself on the police car trying to prevent the police leaving to lead the transport to the wherever they were going to take those boxes. As leaders in this country and persons who want to be leaders, when you whip your politicians, they have it's an art, I think, to get into the minds of citizens, of persons, to whip people up in a frenzy with whatever conspiracy theories you may have, right? When you see it getting to the point where it's going to get out of hand, where persons are fearful now, where people are fearful, like the lady said, she was in her car. They were bombing on her car window. You understand what I'm saying? I have never seen anything to this extent over those. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
This is scary, and leaders should not be the ones. And this is what is disgraceful. The leaders were the ones who were leading the pack. They were the ones who were whipping these people up, calling from inside the place, we're going to block this off tonight. And then Mr. Pintard, and I heard this from the Mr. Campbell, the returning officer. He can call in and verify. He said that Mr. Pintard came to him and told him when he came out the door, they didn't know what was going on. You're going to have blood on your hands after tonight. You won't cause this.
Okay,
No, but he can call and verify. You can whatever. But I'm telling you what I heard. The gentleman, the officer, said last night. Okay, when you have leaders and want to be leaders to get to the point where they whip their people in a frenzy, throw their rock, and then hide their hands, and then put out a narrative. You understand what I'm saying? Let him deny. Let him call Mr. Campbell and deny it. You do not play with people.
Well, let's not go with hearsay. I mean, he might not get a chance to. But if you didn't hear it, let's not.
This is what I'm saying. But see, and what I want us to understand: politicians are going to be politicians. They're going to do and try whatever it takes for them to be elected. We're going to go over there, throwing ourselves on the car, getting ourselves and jumping in front of police officers. Where you had to bring a whole cars. I mean, it was like a mass down there. Person squads. This is what I understand. I'm not sure. Came down there to as far as we try and stop this thing from turning into a whole riot, right? When you locked up in jail, when you're you bust your head, you broke your hand, you knock your teeth out your mouth, jumping and trying to stop and being hero for these politicians. When they win their seat and they're sworn in, guess what? Later for you, they don't check for you. You can pay your own lawyer bill. You can pay your own medical fees.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Again, let's not do hearsay. If you heard it, that's a different story. But if someone told you they heard something, let's not do that, folks. Come on. There are rules. There are rules, and if you violate the rules, there are consequences, right? But we agree, calm heads, that will help everybody indeed. We got a few more calls and a lot of your text messages. Good morning, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Good morning.
How y'all doing this morning?
We are here.
Let me say this, man. Elections should supposed to be about fair and honesty, right? And all parties seems to have this thing where they just carry the ballot box and nobody knows what happens. So nobody knows what happens when the box is being transferred. What I think needs to happen is when people cast their ballot, from each party, whether it's just 2 or 3, one representative from each party should go behind that box. Let them place that box in a secure area under a camera. When that door is locked, that camera is monitored so that we could be satisfied of the ballot box not being tampered with. Because the way these doing these things now, it makes you feel like they're doing something untoward. So if you're not doing nothing untoward, do it the right way. Each representative from each party should go, watch those ballot boxes placed under the camera, locked, sealed, before they're counted. And when they're counting them, each representative from each party, one of them should be there so that nothing is being
That's how it works when they're counting, definitely.
Say it again?
That is how it works when they're counting.
Yeah, but when it's time to carry them boxes, each representative should go and watch those ballot boxes be placed and sealed, and everybody leave, lock the door, so when it's counted properly and it's being announced who's the winner, people will feel satisfied.
Yeah, that is pretty much how it works. I don't know about the watching with the camera 24 hours, but that is pretty much how it works. Let's take these calls really quickly. Okay, so folks, I mean, us talking about Monday over and over again, it's not gonna help anything. But what can we do to help allay the fears of these folks who are claiming they won't work on by-election day? Any suggestions there? Caller, what say you?
Good morning, Pleasant Rick. I was away on the weekend in Trinidad and Tobago, so but I got all the news from there. I heard of the fire. My apologies, my condolences, or my sadness. But I listened to I listened yesterday and I listened today, and I heard the police did a very fine job in conducting. I understand also the reason and the need to fight for democracy and to make certain everything is transparent and free and fair, and also rules are kept and everything is okay. So I don't have a problem of persons seeking to make certain that they go along with the ballot boxes and they see that the ballot boxes are well secured. So I am optimistic that peace and love will prevail in the country, and whoever wins is justified.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Let's go to the text messages and see what folks are saying here, Chester. This person says here, a bunch of madness. That's why I don't ever participate in this charade. Really? Okay. That if that helps you, to I mean that's the. It's not like this.
Have they been part of this kind of madness before?
I don't understand what they're talking about. Where? So, okay, whatever helps you you can keep that to yourself, though. You don't need to text us nonsense like that. But anyway, I guess what I'd like to see is that the ballot box be placed under a working camera. Maybe you're the person who called earlier. Okay. Mm-hmm. So everyone just log on and watch it 24/7 until election day. It might do very well.
That might get a lot of views.
You put a little ad in the corner, after the election, come to my party, $20. Anyway, I don't know. If proper procedures and protocols were followed and the appearance of skullduggery was not apparent, okay, it's an interesting word to throw around here, then this would have not occurred. The government has lost integrity with the people, so there's no trust. You mean our fine Bahamian citizens who are doing what they're supposed to do, but different people got involved, creating the appearance of chaos. Yeah? No? This is deeper than you all are reporting. Investigate, for God's sake, and stop being a reporter for the government's lies. Oh, my God. Okay. Wow. You should not entertain that lady talking hearsay on the radio. Although Campbell is obviously tied to the PLP directly, listen to her. She stated something that was never addressed in the media. You're going to have blood on your hands. Really? That's wild. Again, I don't know what that is. Based on the many lawyers out of the poll station for each party, and given that the law needs to be followed strictly, if a poll worker doesn't know the law, they would be scared. Okay. What you have is appointed civil servants acting as agents for political parties. It's evident in their messaging, which justifies behavior through a political language slant. Ironically, the ones speaking are PLP political appointees. Just listen to the appointed Parliamentary Elections Department leadership and the appointed Passport Office leadership. Never seen so much partisanship coming from supposed neutral persons. Oh, yeah? Okay, you've never seen that. I mean, that's almost always who appoints folks to those positions, though, so I'm not sure what you're saying, but okay, maybe you're new. Really quickly, before we go to break, there's this article in the Guardian today. So days ahead of that by-election in Golden Isles, F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sand said yesterday the party will scrutinize every step in the by-election process after turmoil on Monday night, which saw party supporters surround and block a bus holding the advance poll ballot box from moving because candidate representatives were not inside. Sands telling reporters it's about trust, it's about democracy, and it's about protecting the right of every Bahamian to choose their government freely. As a party, the F&M has always believed in clean elections, transparent processes, and respect for the rule of law. Our democracy only works when the people can have full confidence that every vote is treated with care, integrity, and fairness from the moment it is cast until the moment that it's counted. Nights like last night remind us why election integrity matters. Golden Isles by-election necessitated by the death of former MP Vaughn Miller is scheduled for Monday. Okay. You going to take one more call before we go to the break? Let's do that, and then we'll go to the break. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Cousin Dwight. Good morning, Chester.
Good morning.
Grammy boy here. Listen, Dwight, one caller. I ain't female, male, whatever. They're not looking around their country and seeing the state of this place, hey, Dwight. Huh? They still leaning on one side to the party. It's okay to lean one side to different parties, Dwight. But at some time, you got to heads up and be a nationalist. This country is going. I am patriot number 7. There are 7 patriots who is challenging the Nationality Act. That's me, Steve McKinney, black male, Philippa Russell, Sidney McGarter, Walter Thompson, and Richard Cartwright. We challenging the nationality. We got dot all our I's, cross our T's, and Dwight. When we went to our parliamentary office, we found out the names that was in the papers, and when we checked the kiosks at Bank of the Bahamas, hundreds of them, Dwight. See, I want people like them to listen to this, because soon we ain't gonna have no country. Hundreds of them, Dwight, was applying for voter's card, and he had no passport or living somewhere else, or the names didn't match. We did that, and we put that into the government. You know, the government is blocking that, and there is a correct procedure, Dwight, that you go by. How she could jump from everything going smooth that day to the fact that, when the bus was trying to go, that's the wrong procedure. 100% wrong. Everybody is supposed to be on that bus represented with those ballots. I know one of my boys, Dwight, in the Saxon, when he used to go on the bus with the ballot box, he used to hold the lock and hold the box in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So we Bahamians, y'all need to wake up. We are losing this country fast, man. Come on, we can always pick up the PLP and the F&M and the SOI next year or the year after next once we secure this country. Thanks for taking Grammy Boy call, Dwight.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. A whole lot more to talk about on this Wednesday morning. Stay with us. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Show some civility, but I say, catch yourself. You must stand yourself. There's your dignity. Show some civility.
I'm Marcela Sanchez with an AP News Minute. At a news conference with victims of Jeffrey Epstein, Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene says she stood up for transparency and was called a traitor by the president.
I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition.
The House and Senate decided to pass a bill to force the Justice Department to release its files on Epstein. President Trump said he would sign the bill. Only one House member opposed the bill, Republican Representative Clay Higgins from Louisiana. He said his concern with the bill was that it, quote, reveals and injures thousands of innocent people. Honda is recalling more than 250,000 of its Accord hybrid vehicles across the U.S. due to a software error that may result in sudden loss of drive power. More information at apnews.com. I'm Marcela Sanchez.
7:46, time for your first look at traffic, brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your goals happen here. In your real-time traffic, we have, as usual, the hotspot, Milo Butler Highway, heavy traffic from Fire Trail straight up to Tawny Coombs Darling Highway. That's northbound. You're going to see that slow-moving traffic there. It will pick up, but faster moving once you get north of Sports Center Road and the roundabout there on your Providence Highway if you're heading northbound. Heavier traffic on the eastbound side of that six-legged roundabout. That's John F. Kennedy Drive. Elsewhere, we are seeing heavy traffic on Blue Hill Road between Soldier and Independence Drive. That's northbound as you approach Independence Drive roundabout. And Independence Drive, going to be seeing heavy traffic both directions, east and westbound, between the roundabouts of Blue Hill and East Street. East Street also busy for you, north and southbound, north and south of the East Street and Robinson Road roundabout, intersection. Mainly northbound, though. You're going to be seeing that slow-moving traffic there. Robinson Road, heavy traffic for you from Soldier straight up to Marathon, westbound. And building traffic on Soldier, mainly northbound, north of that intersection with Prince Charles Drive. Marathon also heavy, slow-moving traffic northbound right now. That's your hotspots for now. We'll have another update for you in the 8 o'clock hour. This traffic alert brought to you by RBC. With RBC, your ideas happen here. And time for another check of weather. We've got a stall front that's going to keep a few isolated showers over the northern islands today, while a low-level trough across the southeastern Bahamas may trigger some additional showers. Elsewhere, light to moderate breezes and mostly settled weather are expected thanks to weak high pressure. In your extended outlook, by Thursday, that frontal boundary across the northern islands is expected to dissipate. At the same time, the existing low-level trough across the central and southeast Bahamas will yield to increasing ridging, setting up another quiet weekend with light to moderate breezes. High pressure will remain the dominant weather feature throughout the weekend before a frontal boundary is expected to move into the northern Bahamas by Monday night. In the meantime, though, for today, partly sunny conditions for most areas, becoming mostly fair tonight. Variably cloudy for the southeastern islands today. High temperatures in the mid-80s, around 85, 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius for most areas. Overnight lows tonight for the extreme northern islands in the upper 60s, around 68 Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. But the low to mid 70s for most areas, between 73 and 75 Fahrenheit, about 23, 24 Celsius. In your extended outlook for Thursday, partly sunny to sunny. A mix of sun and clouds by Friday. Holding into Saturday, partly sunny to sunny for Sunday. For the northern half of the country, a mix of sun and clouds. For the central and southeastern islands, that pattern will hold into Monday. Low chances of rain, just about a 10 to 20% chance of showers. That's your morning blend weather check. We'll be back after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Mommy, are you writing to Santa too?
You have Santa. I have CIBC Caribbean. CIBC has sweetened the season, so you can bring your holiday dreams to life and wrap a new home or land with incredible cashback deals. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
On
unwrap the gift of style with Nassau Tile's Holiday Warm-Up event from November 17th to 29th. Now is the time to beat the holiday rush with savings so hot you'll feel the cheer. Save 20% off store-wide on all tile, setting materials, backsplashes, mosaics, trims, and more. Gobble up even more savings on selected net items. Shop the Holiday Warm-Up event at Nassau Tile for a feast of savings. Visit our showroom on Dodgewell Street or call 322-2100 to check off your holiday style wish list today.
The best way to get difficult things done is simple. Just work harder than anyone else. I know because that's my life story. I'm Darren Pickstock, PLP candidate for Golden Isles. I have a detailed plan for Golden Isles. And even though we have less than a year, I'll prove just how much we can accomplish. I am ready to get game-changing things done. I'm Darren Pickstock, and I hope you'll honor me with your vote on November 24th. Let's start working together.
Paid for by
Join the Bahamas Heart Association for its inaugural golf tournament, proudly presented by Visa and Fidelity Bank on Sunday, November 30th at the spectacular Royal Blue Golf Club. Every swing brings hope and healing to young hearts. Gather your team and play with purpose or make a donation. Tee off for tiny hearts because every heartbeat deserves a chance. For more details, contact the Surfing the Sassoon Heart Foundation at sassoonheartfoundation.org.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers, for window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. To name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located at the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
At Cleveland Clinic, you set your course, not cancer. So when your journey takes an unexpected turn, you seek out the experts who've conquered it before, and you forge new paths to help fight cancers. For every route to a cure, for every care in the world. See how we're innovating cancer care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Looking for the perfect Sunday outing? The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas is now open and free to all Bahamian citizens and residents. Spend the day admiring the evolution of Bahamian art. Soak in the natural beauty of our art park and take a little piece of culture home with you by browsing our gift shop. Whether you're an art lover or just curious, we've got something here for everyone. Bring your family, your partner, or your friends and let the art inspire you this Sunday and beyond. The National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, our home for Bahamian art.
Looking for insurance that fits your lifestyle and your budget? At Star General Insurance, we've got you covered. Whether it's motor insurance with flexible options for third-party liability and comprehensive coverage, or commercial insurance products that protect your business, we have choices you can afford. Own a home or renting? Our home insurance products have just what you need. And for the adventurers out there, we offer marine insurance too. Visit our website or social media pages for contact information and quotes. Star General, insurance made simple.
To my neighbors in Golden Isles, even the PLP candidate had to admit it. You've been ignored and neglected for years. 4 years in power, and now weeks before an election, they show up paving roads. But I never left you. I live here, I work here, and I serve you every single day. Let them know Golden Isles is not for sale. On November 24th, vote the name you know and trust. Brian Brown and the Free National Movement. I never forgot.
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
'Tis the season for dreams to come true. There's Santa for the kids and CIBC Caribbean for you. Whether it's a house, land, vehicle, or upgrading your home, CIBC Caribbean can support your dreams with the financing you need. Enjoy incredible cashback deals with mortgages and land loans. Plus, your approved loan gives you a chance to win up to US $5,000. Apply now at www.cibccaribbean.com/sweeten the season. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio, 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards All right, so this text before we move on now. This text says, "Hey, Dwight, it's bad when the people don't trust the government and the police and the civil servants. Shame on them. Shame on them, the people, or those people you mentioned. Read by text. That's a text. Okay. Well, shame on everybody. You want to take this call really quickly? Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Dwight. Good morning. I'm Dave Chester with you.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, Chester, your voice sounds like Mike. But Dwight, when I was out there the other day, Dwight, what I saw, the parliamentary registrar department dropped the ball, Dwight. Right? Let me give you an example why. Right? The parliamentary registrar turned over their responsibility to the police, right? And that shouldn't be. Right, the parliamentary registrar, we supposed to be following the law and only the law. Now, we done been electioning in this country for decades. So how all of a sudden we are retracting, we getting worse, we are moving away from the things we used to do. Why? It's only because of corruption. People could go in a whole church and still can't see the truth or understand the truth. Then the church, I hope the churches them stop these type of things in their facilities, because I mean, if you can go inside a church to go thief, then what that says to the rest of the nation, man?
Okay, if you listen to that report, and perhaps they were wrong to think they could have done it the way they apparently agreed to things with some people. It seems that they agreed that we'll all follow the bus, but that is not the way it's done. And whoever came to the early meetings did not understand that, it seems. And the people who were there on election day knew that there's no way we could do it like this. And so that apparently is the confusion. Maybe some people are new, don't know, or say, well, let's keep it simple. The bus is small. I don't know. There's tons of parties. Not sure what changed. But everybody needs to be on the same page. It is not necessarily corruption. I know the Bahamian mind is hardwired to think this way because of actions from the past. Absolutely. And we get it. But it's not necessarily somebody trying to thief the election. Misunderstandings, miscommunications, don't know what you're doing. Simple as that. And that is likely what happened here. I don't know. I wasn't out there. But from hearing that report, hearing what people are saying, you agreed to something that you really had no business agreeing to. That's what it seemed like. Honest mistake? I don't know. The people who were there agreed to it too. But that's just not the way it's normally done, which led to the chaos. But everybody does need to calm down. God, the people intimidated. If they don't show up on Monday, we're going to have a bigger problem. So let's all calm way down. Yeah? Yeah. We're going to be back after the news. A lot more to talk about on this Wednesday. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
But yet we focus on them all the time. We must accept the things that we cannot change. Try to stop pointing fingers and assigning the blame. Courage is needed to fix what we can. Use wisdom to know the difference. Be a better man. 'Cause it is what it is. Ain't nothing you can do. Yes, it is what it is. Don't let it bother you. Man, it is what it is. Some things you can't control. Yes, it is what it is. Just give it your heart and soul. Stay. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's rock and stay. Because there are so much time we wish we had more.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Come feel the heat. This island beat.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards on this Wednesday morning. Coming up in a bit, we're going to be talking with the NASA Cruise Sport about their big events over the next few days. And later, Bristol Wines and Spirits, they've got a lot going on as well. They'll tell us all about that. All right, so we continue talking about what's in the news. Did you listen to it yesterday? Talking Heads right here on Guardian Radio. Michael Pintard, F&M leader, was on yesterday afternoon, and he was asked, of course, about this passport stuff. And he said, I stand by what I said. Our Tanika Thompson writing about that in today's NASA Guardian. So opposition leader Michael Pintard doubled down on his claim that a bag of passports was found on a Bahamas Air flight heading south. As you know, the PLP has called on the F&M leader to substantiate his claims or withdraw it. But Pintard said yesterday he won't retreat from anything he said, saying, quote, I stand by what I said, as he appeared on Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ yesterday. He said, quote, we have a broken system and we have to fix it. The government doesn't feel any obligation to investigate this matter. What they seek to do is ask you to bring everything for them in black and white as if they are unaware. They themselves are aware. Okay. The host pressed Pintard to asking if he had any credible information to back this claim. It's a serious claim. Pintard said, quote, I believe that the national airline has been used to transport money and passports. Wow. I believe that those things have happened based on what we have heard from persons who work in the environment or who were called upon after certain incidents to investigate. In fact, I brought with me a news clip from one of the local media houses that again points to a situation where a Bahamian employee at the agency was in fact again picked up for having transported funds, and we hear that no less than the persons who were in charge of the agency making the point that an investigation is underway. But to date, I don't think the public is aware of any outcome of that investigation. We also heard reports, which a simple Google search should be able to pull up, of fraudulent documents, inclusive of passports that persons have issued to particular places, and in many cases, people are being investigated. We don't hear of any outcome or that someone was charged. But what I said is not at all beyond the pale. I find it interesting that persons wish you to bring black and white when on multiple other stories you are able to get individuals who work in these organizations to talk to members of the media. It can be done under an anonymity in order to share their story of what they have observed and seen in places where they've worked. Okay, last Thursday on the rally stage, Pintard said an investigation into the bags of passports led to people being fired. Pressed yesterday if he had any credible information that disciplinary action was taken on Bahamas Air employees, Pintard said if he were to be specific, he would out his sources. Saying, quote, I do not retreat in any way from the position I've taken, and this coming Friday at the rally, I intend to say some additional things on these matters. As we told you earlier in the week, the PLP said there's no evidence to support Pintard's claim, saying there's no report, there's no investigation, no employee was dismissed, and that his claim stands without a single fact behind it. They've accused the opposition of making reckless statements that fall apart once they are checked. All right, so let's get your reaction to it, folks. So he's saying he's heard this from people who, I don't know if they saw it themselves or if they are in a position to know people who saw it. I'm not sure how far ahead away from the actual site of bags of passports he is, but he's standing by it.
So,
this is, before you go on, this is,
let me go on.
It is very, it's very, earlier, if you were listening, you heard the caller make that very reckless claim about what somebody told her, Pintard said, and this sounds so much like that. Like, beyond hearsay. This is...
Is his situation connected to that Bahamas Air flight that was in the news?
Whose situation?
the situation he's talking about, the passport situation, the buy-go passports.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that connected to that same incident?
Well, I think.
Is that what he's saying? Because he's like, I brought a news clipping. It only could have been that.
Oh, no. That was something else. About something that happened before, and there was some investigation that showed that there's stuff that happens at the passport office. So why is this outside the realm of possibilities, or any of these offices? Why is it outside the realm of possibilities when there are things that happen and
so
people get
talking
investigated?
about realms of possibilities.
Well, I don't know if he.
It is most likely, given what has happened, that these things are happening.
Yeah. Why are you surprised when?
Right.
Those other things have been happening.
Oh, okay, so it is happening. Why are you surprised that it's happening?
Why are you making me have to show you the evidence?
Well, because if you really want to get somebody, you need evidence.
Go investigate. The response is odd. I don't know what this is.
Isn't it easy to know if a passport didn't begin its life here? It would have never been registered as left the country.
But also, I mean, who says it's passports? It could be all kinds of things. Maybe it look like passports. It could be little booklets, little prayer books.
Could be that.
Could be a bunch of little prayer books that
with
burst
gold.
Open. Well, I don't know.
Embossing on the front.
I'm not trying to dismiss or discount the possibility, but it could have been a lot of different things. Who saw it?
Was that like a food store plastic bag I had it in? I mean, it just bust open. It's a weird story. Wouldn't you,
I don't know.
I mean, those things would be.
Plenty of people have bad eyesight, are on mushrooms. God knows what things are happening, and and then you go and quote them. And
people supposed to connect bad eyesight with mushrooms.
I'm not saying that one causes the other. I'm saying people have that and are on that. So it could be a combination of things. I don't know if you expect someone who told you those things for that to be repeated at a rally.
Right.
I think in this case, Mr. Pittard needs to tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more.
Tell them, come talk to us.
Tell everybody. Tell this
if you want, one. But did he want an investigation to happen? Did he want the news media to look into this heavily? Because he's like, the government knows about it. Okay, but now how do we get to know about it? How do we get people before the courts for this kind of thing?
This is very serious. Passports.
Yeah,
it's not a big bag of condoms that fell out in the plane, right? Or I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Why was it?
But I mean, because nobody would care. But passports?
Well, I mean, I guess condoms make sense because, like a passport, it would buy entry.
Let's go to a break. Oh no! Oh boy! Let's go to the phones. This is a serious matter.
I agree.
This is a serious matter.
I absolutely agree. You said no.
That's what I get for right. My God. Caller, what say you? Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Well, we're trying to figure things out.
I would like for the Guardian Radio to do the journalistic investigation into this matter. I mean, for comfort of the Guardian Radio and many Bahamians who kind of baffle this, what Mr. Michael Pintard is saying so openly and speaking about second-hand information, okay? So I think it'll be wiseable for the Guardian Radio to do some journalistic investigation into this. Ask the police, ask the passport office, ask Bahamas Air. But Mr. Strachan.
Yes, sir.
I have one more point I'd like to make. From 3:00 on the by-election day, I sat in the poll. I was one of the poll workers, okay, for one of the major parties, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me good. Those officers who were in charge of doing the poll did an excellent job. Trust me when I said that. Everything that one of us asks, they oblige to, okay? They give us the benefit of the doubt. And when the poll had closed, Mr. What's his name again? Campbell, he told, before he even started to count the ballots, he told all of us that there was an agreement with the three major party and the independent candidate how the ballots would be transported. Okay, we are all aware of that. because even the lawyer for the F&M and whoever was there for the CI was able to call, was texting outside to their people and saying exactly what Mr. Campbell said. And the reason why the ballots took so long before they left that place, the COI and the F&M keep objecting, stating that they need to count it over again, count the different ballots over again, because what the gentleman did, he counted 10 ballots at a time and placed them in a pile. One time, one ballot was missing, but what happened is that ballot was stuck onto another ballot, and when they counted again, they found that one particular ballot, because it's actually 50 ballots that were used, one was spoiled, and 49 that voted, okay? That went into the ballot, into the box. We all sealed the box. We all signed the envelopes that each of the 50 ballots went into. And one had, the spoiled ballot went into an envelope by itself. So one of the bags had 49 ballots. There's only 249 persons that voted in one spoiled ballot, okay? Each one of those other ballots that weren't used, they counted each one of them separately, one by one. All right? That's what took the process to be so long, because we have finished from 6 o'clock, and we left out that place almost 8 o'clock. It was all agreed on by the agents and the agents in the room and their counterparts on the outside that the ballot box would be placed in a smaller van, and we would, as agents who were in the room, would follow the van in the entourage with the police officers. When we got on the outside, I was not too far behind Mr. Campbell when Michael Pintard and his crew came up and told him the blood of these people could be on your shoulders tonight. And that was definitely wrong. That man, Mr. Campbell, I don't know him personally. Mr. Campbell and the presiding officer, they did an excellent job in that place.
So can you identify the members of the F&M and the COI who agreed to that arrangement? Are you able to identify them, and so we can hear from them whether they did agree to that?
I don't know their name personally. I didn't see Maria Dotson in the room at the time, nor the other lawyer that I know for the COI was in the room. Those other persons for the COI, I don't know their name personally, but I'm quite sure that the COI could present those persons to you so you could ask the same questions, okay? But I know the F&M person that was in the room was Michael Barnett Ellis, Miss Mortimer, and there was a gentleman who wear glasses. I don't know him, but I know Michael Barnett and Miss Mortimer. They were in the room. And for the PLP, it was me, Demetrius Wallace, Shamla, McPhee, and the senator, also lawyer major. All right,
yeah,
she was.
But
in
I'm
the
saying,
room
I'm saying, if you are where you saw them and when they agreed to that arrangement,
I was in the room. I was one of the persons that agreed. Okay, I was there. I helped close the polling station because I worked for under the PLP. Was as one of the representatives at the time. I was in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's hope we get this all sorted out. Thanks for the call before Monday. Yeah, arrangements outside of what is legally required shouldn't be made. Shouldn't be made. Let's take this call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Chad.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Dwight. I guess you said it. Earlier in your earlier segment, you said it that we hope that cooler heads prevail and they tone it down a bit. Because this is totally out of control and out of whack. In reference to the passport claim, we all have been hearing about the way passports have been issued and handled over the years. We've even had persons who were called before the court for engaging in this type practice. I hope that the leader of the official opposition would substantiate his claims, lest he could easily come across as the leader of the third party who makes wild and innuendos and accusations baseless, so to speak. I don't know whether it's AI, but I heard the third party leader indicating that his party got 42% of the vote. Yeah. I don't know how is that humanly possible for someone to know the amount. I know they count the amount of votes cast, but they don't do any distribution. You wouldn't know that until election day. So that could be another chaotic situation, like he said, based if that 42% is not in the ballot box. So I don't know where that comes. On the other hand, right, I saw the other daily. They state that Campbell, who happens to be the returning officer, dismisses allegations of a conflict of interest despite admitting he calls Prime Minister Davis his adopted father. Is that correct?
That's what the paper says. I don't know if that is. Boy.
Now,
I don't know if that's accurate.
If this is true, if this is a true admittance, my God, man, you think we can't find another returning officer to remove? I mean, the Apostle Paul said to abstain from the very appearance of evil amidst all of what would have happened and transpired on Monday. You think it would be a good idea if this allegations is true for this man to remain in that position?
It's very interesting.
What are we doing? Look, we are talking now. We know billions of dollars is at stake here in terms of which leader will manage the affairs of the Bahamian population when you look at our budgets over a 5-year run. That's billions of dollars we are talking here now. And, of course, these people are going to go to the extreme to make sure that their side get an opportunity. But I mean these people, I'm not referring to the returning officer. I'm saying that all these politicians, so to speak.
But let's just say it is. I mean, you do believe that some people can be impartial, right? You do believe that, right? That some people do have.
People can be impartial, right? I believe that. I believe if you go there, no matter where, if I go there, I believe I could be impartial.
Yeah.
But that doesn't ease the burden or the concerns of persons who may feel otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So to eliminate any possibility of underhandedness. Yeah, I mean, all of these, we've been doing elections now for how long? Decades and decades. You can't find another returning officer. And he has to be there.
Well, you heard him. His team is scared off. He might be the only one there.
Come on, man. Like, man. That don't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that, and he should know better. He should. One can come across easily, can conclude that he is a Trojan horse. He is planted there to do some underhanded work, because we should be able to find another returning officer.
Okay. I hear you. Thank you very much. This is a tiny country.
My daddy could be impartial. Does that mean they should pick him to judge me? I mean, you understand.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Oh, boy. Well.
I mean, he said it out in public. So.
This is really something else. We've got a lot of issues that we have to work through as a small country, eh? This is tough. All right, so our final couple minutes on this. I want to get your reaction again to Pintard. He just can't say this stuff. That's me saying that. He needs to present the evidence. This is insane right now, right? And if you didn't see it, who are these people you're relying on? How reliable are they? Do they have agendas? Do they have issues with the airline? Do they have issues with the government? What are we really talking about here? Did anybody else see it? Were they the only people on the plane? What happened to the plane? Someone's asking, did that plane turn back to Nassau or did it continue going south? What is the deal? What's what? And no, you can't say, well, you all need to go investigate it. No, we can't. We can't just leave it like that. But what say you? You want to say something before I go to the calls?
No, go to the calls.
Yeah. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning to both of you.
Hi.
Good morning to Dwight at Bahamas, Alan Johnson, critical thinker. This is me first touch on the voting issue. It's amazing that your caller.
But can we? Because we've been talking about we're running out of time. Can we just?
No, but this only takes 10 seconds. This only takes 10. Just to clarify some things. A caller, a hardcore PLP that doesn't know another PLP. And the fact that Campbell did serve as Brave Davis campaign manager in Cat Island. Okay? So, and so it's a lot of that. But let's go to the passport issue. I don't think people understand. Dwight, if you want information on the passport issue, just search the archives of Our News and The Guardian. And you could see, let's take what.
So we know that there are issues. But this specific one, what does this mean?
See, it means that we have a broken system.
Yeah, we know that. But did this really happen?
No, Dwight. See, we keep saying broken system, but if we don't understand what the brokenness is, then we can't address it. Just saying, I can tell you where the broken system is because I've been screaming at this for 20 years.
So you can tell us who had the bag of passports?
I could tell you that it's very plausible based on what the chief passport officer said. He said, listen to me, in your newspaper in the early part of the year, he said, this is nothing new. When he was being questioned about a large group of suspected fraudulent passports, not a passport, groups of passports. And his word was, it's nothing new. It's nothing new to the passport office. Every year, we find large groups of fraudulent passports. Go check your newspaper, okay? And so I'm simply saying is that we keep treating this as nonchalant. We are to the point from a data perspective, because what you have is, let's say, for instance, Dwight, I take a birth certificate to the office. How do I prove that I'm that person that birth certificate referred to? But the passport office accepts it to align with it, supposed to be with other supporting data. So I go to NIB and present myself. How do I prove these things? So what you then have is a passport office that is using dirty data to authenticate. It then becomes dirty data. Then when you go over to the voters' roll, we are both now to say, let's introduce more dirty data into the whole aspect of it. And so what happens now, see, understand this, the passport office failure is in the verification process. What they do, the passport, like Mr. Simonet, he gets on and explains what he does for a living, not what the security behind it, the authentication process behind it, the backup, these different things. Being saying to say, and Mr. Mitchell, this is a wonderful, powerful document. Nobody's denying that document. What we are denying is the fact is that dirty passports are being produced. And this is coming from the very people in charge of it, not just this one. The other periods, the Google search will show you the record of people in charge of that office has admitted continuously that they have dirty documents in this. Then you have where we went back to the 80s and 90s, right up until we begin to get these new digital passports. Have we started out new? No. We use the dirty passports as verification for the new passports. This is what Roca warned us about. Just let me say this, right? When you start talking about derivative citizenship, understand this, Dwight. I get a fake passport 20 years ago. I have children, and they have children, and they use my passport to prove their citizenship, and their citizenship then keep going on. That's called derivative citizenship.
I'm sorry, C. Allen. C. Allen, that's not connecting. It's not. But no. The fact that you can Google and look and see there's a problem, that is not the answer to someone saying they saw a bag of passports heading on a plane to another country.
We're trying to get to the bottom of this very specific story.
No. Why are you surprised? They had problems there before. Huh? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'm satisfied with the answer now. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense when you say it's C. Allen and Michael Pintard. It's not making sense. We need more. Unless you're just being very colorful. Is that all? But anyway, I guess we have to wait till the rally on Friday. We'll take a break. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Don't get the best service in the Bahamas then.
The love is really, really strong in Sherwin-Williams. We don't just sell paint. We service you with a smile, good hearts, mind, soul, and body. And we love our customers as much as we love ourselves.
Yes, real talk.
I'm not just saying this
Real talk.
to impress myself.
We love to go beyond with customer service. So they feel delighted to come in Sherwin-Williams because they know I can either see Dee Dee, or I can see Shelly, or one of our other wonderful staff members. We treat our customers with the respect of our boss because there are many paint companies they can choose to go to. No, baby. If they go to some other paint companies, so I gonna get this little thing at the end of the week.
We want to make sure you get that little ting, Shelley. Come visit Shelley and Dee Dee at Sherwin-Williams, Bahamas, and you'll surely find colour in every day.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a fresh start with a personal loan at Fidelity. You could win refreshing prizes like a luxurious spa day, John Boat gift certificates, a cruise for two, and more. Make that move to a fresh start today. Call 356-7764. Promotion ends December 19th.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the Know-How team at 396-1101.
Bahamian families, mark your calendars. On Sunday, November 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hilton. Meet 13 of Canada's top CAIS accredited boarding schools. Join our schools for a casual yet informative Canadian reception directly following the Betty Walker Fair. Discover how CAIS boarding schools offer small classes, personalized support, and a safe, inclusive community that prepares students for success at top global universities. Don't miss it. Sunday, November 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hilton.
Get ready for Rewind Music Festival.
Music.
Saturday, November 22nd at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruise Pool. Hosted by Fresh International and Salansalon. Featuring an all-star DJ lineup. Tico T, DJ Fine, Slow Giant, Pusha Jr., OVO Moore, Black Trainee, and more. Bringing the heat. Reggae to soca. Hip-hop, dancehall, and everything in between. Gates open 7 p.m. General admission 30, 45 at the door. Don't miss Rewind Music Festival. Saturday, November 22nd at the Amphitheater. Your place to be for vibes.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
How do we say thank you to our valuable customers? By celebrating Thanksgiving all month long. Buy more and save more with up to 15% off your favorite fragrances and cosmetics. This November, come shop with us and save at any of our 5 convenient locations. Bay in Parliament, Bay in East, Palmdale, Marathon Mall, or Old Fort Town Center. Happy Thanksgiving from your friends at the Perfume Bar.
At RBC, your idea of getting more happens here with a no-fee loan. Share in up to $20,000 in cash prizes. Learn more at rbc.com/holiday loan.
Southwest Plaza has so many stores, I've been trying to find a sensible way to list them all. There's CBS Bahamas, the Ashai Institute, BEMC Snack World, Bamboo Shack Bahamas, there the Athlete's Foot and BTC, Games and More, John Bull Fine Threads, Alive, Bahari, Dairy Queen, 700 Wines and Spirits, Sandy's Clarkson Island Lock, Starbucks and Lowe's Pharmacy, plus Marco's Pizza and Lorraine. Southwest Plaza, what a wide array of stores. Southwest Plaza, stop by today and explore.
For quite a while. Serving since 2021. This time around is Brian Brown. B is for Brian, B is for Brown. Golden Eyes and the FNM taking over town. B is for Brian, B is for Brown. Golden Eyes and the FNM taking over town. Brian Brown.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team.
Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Craving something with bold flavors? Introducing the new Bacon Portobello Mushroom Melt only at Wendy's. Enjoy our hot, juicy beef stacked with crispy applewood smoked bacon, savory sauteed portobello mushroom, and drenched in our rich, melty cheddar cheese sauce, all on a warm, toasted bun. Gotta be craveable, gotta be Wendy's. Available for a limited time only.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Put on your skull and clothes, cause we going in the bush. Bossman, grab that supper partner. If you see me on the dance floor, man, and kind on by. Sculling, moving, raking, scraping, man, to this beat. Well, sliding, slipping, dipping, dancing all across the floor. Whining, bumping, joking, Lord, I'm holding my head. Well, listen, you can't blame me. It's this red and scrape you see. Music so sweet.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards. It's called the Rewind Music Festival, and it is coming in just a few days. It's going to be at Nassau Cruise Port to tell us all about this. Very pleased to have back with us Aisha Roll and Antoinette Todd. Great to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
All right, so this is one of many events you have coming up.
Absolutely.
Over the next few days. Okay, so you want to begin with the festival?
Yeah, let's start there. So this Saturday, it's all about Rewind Music Festival at the Amphitheater at Nassau Cruise Port. It is being hosted by DJ Fresh International and Sir Lancelot, featuring Black Chinese, with music by DJ Kenny, Little Giant, Pusha Jr., DJ Fines, Tico T and Slanks, OVO Mark, Drake's Party DJ, and DJ Tilt. So this is going to be a combination of months of planning, and the music is going to be all genres. So if you're a soca lover, expect to hear some songs that you like. It's going to be a little nostalgic. We got Fines on the lineup. Fines hasn't been on the amphitheater stage for quite some time, and you don't get to see him play often. Mm-hmm. So we really wanted to tap into those that we've come to know and love over the years. We have Tico T and Slanks coming in from Freeport just for this. So we're excited, man. It's going to be an awesome event. Black Chinese would have dropped his video yesterday. He was at the amphitheater on Sunday with the Uber Soca Cruise, but he'll be back in town right in time for Rewind. They are headlining, Willie and Walshy. They're headlining for us for this event. We're starting at 7 p.m. and going all the way until 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So we don't want... It's not going to be 1 minute of dull, dry air, anything. From 7 o'clock when the gates open, the party starts.
Did you say Drake Party DJ?
So OVO Mark, yeah, that's Drake's party.
Like
DJ.
the Drake?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And party DJ, explain what that means.
Does that mean?
Yeah.
So
I guess we're two old geezers.
Yeah.
We don't know what that means.
So he has multiple DJs. He has one that tours with him, and then this is the one that he parties with, essentially. So, yeah, he's party DJ.
Okay. All right. Do you have to send a resume into the
So a minute, let me see if I can kick it up for you.
Maybe we need a party DJ.
I could be a hype man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe something. But
A little bit more than a hype man. I think it's just one notch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Uber Soca brought Black Chinese?
So they came here.
Right.
This was one of the stops, and he was on
okay.
with them. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know Willie and Welch didn't play so well. They play everything, but
Yeah.
geez.
But Willie has been. He was here for the Hennessy Rebel event last April.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was one of the he was the DJ headliner, and then I think there was a Problem Child and Lyrical that performed as well. But yeah, he's been in especially the Bahamian soca and carnival scene for the last couple of years.
Wow.
Black Chinese defined my first 2 years of college.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
That's scary. Very scary.
Sounds like a lot.
That's a rewind for you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to see you on
Hey,
Saturday.
Boy,
A little bit of
that's
nostalgia,
very,
right?
Very tempting.
Oh wow.
So you said many different genres. Let's talk about that. Like, what are we going to be seeing?
From
What-
soca to rap, reggae, R&B, dance hall. You have some club music. It's a lot. So we don't expect to have what they call back tune on Saturday. Everybody ain't playing.
I don't know what that is.
When one DJ plays a set of songs and the next one come on, and this is for all generations. It's a mixed lineup, and we just know everybody's gonna come on stage and give it their all, and it's gonna be an awesome show.
It'd be cool to see Fines. That's my boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and see Fines on stage in a while.
Hey, all right. So tickets.
$30 is general admission. It is available at BahamasEtickets.com. At the gate, they will go up to $45. So we are encouraging everyone, get online, buy your ticket in advance.
And what does that $30 get you?
Inside.
Okay.
Now, we also have tables available. Tables are $350. It comes with 4 drink vouchers and tickets for 4 persons as well, with chairs. 'Cause that is a question that we get. The tables come with chairs, and you're right in front of the stage on that concrete area right up from the grass, because people have been asking about placement and layout. We also have sky pods available for $1,200, as well as sky boxes at $2,500.
And how many people can fit in those?
So sky pods can hold 6 persons, so that's 6 tickets, 2 bottles of liquor, and 1 parking pass. And then the sky boxes are 10 tickets, 2 parking passes, and 3 bottles.
Okay. Yeah. And how's it looking so far?
So far, so good. I think we have about 2 sky boxes left. So
Just 2.
Just 2. If demand is there, we may be able to add a few more. But we want everybody, please go online, BahamasEtickets.com, purchase your tickets. Do not wait until last minute. You don't want to be left out. Yeah, this is the event
it's
of the
Saturday.
weekend.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday. But payments are
They're saying
notoriously
last
last minute. They are notoriously last minute with everything, though. Because you will look at it on Friday morning, it's just like, okay. And then, can we get extra chairs? The demand is there Friday night. Yeah.
So
Don't wait. Do it now.
You
Don't
went
wait.
from general admission straight to table. So there's
That's the VIP.
There's no that's VIP.
That's
Okay,
VIP.
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you don't want to
Yeah.
separate
Yeah,
too much. And then, of course, the way that the amphitheater is set out right at the tip of Port Plaza, we have the Grill Hut,
Right.
one of our restaurants, Island Post, Bamboo Shack. They'll all be open to serve as
Okay,
well.
I was gonna ask, they're
so
gonna be available.
they'll be open to serve as well. And then, with the screens and everything that we'll have up, you'll be able to see within the courtyard. So it all
Right.
depends on what you decide to do in terms of if you're going to sit at the amphitheater for the whole night, or if you're going to grab a seat by Grill Hut and just watch from there, because
Right.
you can see.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
A long night.
Everything's selling out. The skyboxes, sky pods. So you act today.
now.
Yeah.
Act now.
Yeah. All right.
This feels like Super Bowl all over again.
All right. So that's Saturday, and then Sunday.
Next week, Sunday, so November 30th, is Soulful Sunday Volume 4. So this version is being hosted by Dasquay and Rika C. The Essence Band will be headlining, but we're also featuring Navandria Lyric and Donnie and Zavi. Those tickets are also available on BahamasEtickets.com. General admission is $35. VIP individual seat is $50, and the VIP tables are $250. Now, VIP tables come with 4 passes, a parking pass, and parking pass balls. Supplies last. And a bottle of wine. It is also $45 at the door for general admission if you do not get your ticket in time. But we are proudly sponsored by Liquid Courage, Sign Island, Zaymar, Tourism Development Corporation, and 100 yams.
Yeah. And that's a big weekend here now since we're all celebrating Thanksgiving.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So,
and then, this is the tip right into Christmas because the next day is December 1st.
Yeah.
So we plan to have all of our Christmas decor out in on the amphitheater and throughout the space. So we're encouraging everyone throughout the Christmas season, come into the port. We are open to the public. The restaurants are there. We had a few folks that would have come in last year in their pajamas, and they had their big camera with them. They had their family photos on the lawn with the reindeers. No, just on a random day.
Whoa!
They came to take pictures. That was their backdrop.
In pajamas.
Yeah, in pajamas, and some people came dressed as well. Full glam and whatever with their entire family. But yeah, Nassau Cruise Port is the place to be.
That's the new Cable Beach trip pictures.
Right. Call us that. We got like a 25-foot tree that's going up.
Wow.
We have 11 acres of property, and we try to outfit all of it with decorations. Not only for the guests, but also for the local community. That's always welcome there. Holiday shopping, we're about to launch that. So everybody just follow us on all social media. That's Nassau Cruise Port on TikTok, LinkedIn, our WhatsApp channel, Instagram, Facebook, all of it.
Don't be shy. Nassau Cruise Port is a vibe.
It is. No, it's the place to be.
Yeah.
It's the place to be.
I ain't gonna lie. It's just come walk through. Just because.
Yeah, man. It's a cool place.
And
when last have you been there?
Weeks.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
That's a good answer.
Good answer.
All right, so remind folks about, again, Soulful Sunday.
Soulful
and you can get the
Sunday.
tickets now.
Yes, tickets are available now. Tables are going fast. We've only sold tables. We haven't sold any generals yet.
Oh, wow.
People are just buying up the tables. It was an awesome time.
Fancy people.
Yeah.
You can talk right to that mic, Antoine.
Oh,
You're right. She's trying to tell me something.
It's just that
You
can also bring your own chair.
Okay,
So,
right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
to
on
all
the
of our
line,
events.
Yeah. Once you, if you want a general ticket, that's fine. But you can also feel free to bring your chair so you can be as comfortable as possible in that space.
Yeah.
And bring your chair and blanket. Because especially for Soulful Sunday, it's a sunset vibe because we're starting at 6, right? So we're the time change.
Yeah.
But but bring your chairs, bring your blankets. We do have couples that come out with their empty picnic basket. Don't bring nothing inside. They have their empty picnic basket with their blanket. They roll out and they just enjoy the show from this from their blanket in the middle of the lawn.
Yeah.
And they have, full sight of the amphitheater, but they would have went around to some of the restaurants, and we had the charcuterie people out there last time. They got their board, and when I said it was fun, I was
basket.
like, awesome.
Yeah.
That was
That's
such
a
a
great
cute
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're encouraging everybody, once it's a port event, feel free to bring your chairs. You are more than welcome to bring your chairs because you don't want to stand up for 5 hours.
No, you don't.
No, and you still want to be close to the action sometimes. So yeah,
That's going to be a great
You can sit
weekend.
on the grass.
you can sit on the grass.
It's nice grass.
Some people don't want to sit on the grass.
It's nice grass.
It's real too.
All right, so that's Soulful Sunday. That's November 30th. And again, remind folks about Saturday. Rewind.
Saturday Rewind Music Festival. Gates open at 7 p.m. The party starts at 7 p.m. Music by DJ Kenny, Lil Giant and Pusha Jr., DJ Fines, Tico T and Slanks, OVO Mark, DJ Tilt, and featuring Black Chiney. We're being hosted by DJ Fresh International and Sir Lancelot. Tickets are available at BahamasEtickets.com. Skyboxes are going fast. Please act now. Secure your spot.
All right, so some of you mentioned that with the pods and the boxes, there's parking. But somebody else is asking about parking. What do they do? What's reserved? How can you get something reserved?
So, the reservation comes with the skybox and the skybar.
Only that.
So you can't buy that separate.
No,
sorry.
No. But it's going to be a Saturday evening downtown.
Parking is hard.
Parking is ample.
And a few little steps, it will only help your life.
Yeah.
But we also have parking in the front of the port now as well. So right at the entryway of where we'll have the tent set up, there's going to be parking right there. So when you come early,
If
you
you come
can find a
first
spot.
come first.
Yeah. And Bahamas e-tickets, that's where you can get your tickets for both events. All the events.
All of the events.
At Nassau Cruise Port. Aisha Roll, Antoine Todd, thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
here this morning.
Thank
We're going
you.
to see you before the end of the year?
I hope to see y'all before the end of the year.
Definitely the Cruise Port.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to break for news and be back with business, and Bristol. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is the Guardian News Network update on the hour. Returning Officer Neil Campbell claims that some employees with the Parliamentary Registration Department who worked Monday's advance poll in Golden Isles are now afraid to work the main poll next Monday because of all that drama that unfolded Friday night over the transport of the ballot box. He claimed those workers felt attacked.
But right now, they're timid and afraid. An entire team, so only the presiding officer is saying she's still willing to work. But her team told her, she called me first thing this morning. In fact, she said she's not coming to work.
He warned that attacking public servants causes other people to run from the responsibility of supervising elections. Free National Movement leaders insist they had every right to ensure that the election process that night was kept fair. Party representatives for each candidate are set to meet with the Parliamentary Commissioner to discuss protocols ahead of Monday's vote. Campbell believes whatever is agreed must be placed in writing this time. In other news, police say they're now looking for 2 gunmen who opened fire on police yesterday following a high-speed chase in the Kemp Road area. The male driver in that getaway car was shot by officers during the exchange of gunfire. We're told the 2 suspects who fled the scene escaped through a shortcut leading towards White's Road. And critical care nurse Pearl Williams is back on the job after she was suspended for a viral post in which she asked the Prime Minister to help address poor working conditions at Princess Margaret Hospital. The Public Hospitals Authority said it was investigating whether she breached their social media policy. Well, yesterday, Bahamas Nurses Union President Muriel Lightburn confirmed to the Nassau Guardian that Williams, a nurse of 44 years, returned to work last Friday, but that her matter will still have to go before the disciplinary committee, although she doubts anything adverse will come of it. That's what's making headlines at this hour. AP Update is next.
Here are the latest international news headlines. The UK's Defence Secretary John Healey says a Russian vessel has directed lasers at pilots of surveillance aircraft monitoring its activities and warns against any incursions into the territory after the spy ship the Yantar was detected north of Scotland.
So my message to Russia and to Putin is this. We see you, we know what you're doing, and if the Yantar travels south this week, we are ready.
A large Russian drone and missile barrage has pummeled a western Ukrainian city, killing around 19 people, emergency services say, as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrives in Turkey for top-level talks. Meanwhile, Poland's foreign minister has announced the closure of the last Russian consulate in the country. This decision comes after authorities accused 2 Ukrainian citizens working for Moscow of blowing up a rail line in Poland. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. Former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers is resigning from OpenAI's board of directors. The ChatGPT maker and his office made the announcement today. His departure comes after the release of emails showed he maintained a friendly relationship with Jeffrey Epstein long after he pleaded guilty to soliciting prostitution from an underage girl in 2008. In Texas, the governor has declared one of the largest U.S. Muslim civil rights and advocacy groups a foreign terrorist organization. AP correspondent Donna Warder has more.
Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Tuesday said he's declaring the Council on American Islamic Relations as a foreign terrorist organization. The group, also known as CARE, is one of the largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy groups in the U.S. Abbott says the proclamation allows Texas to try to shut the group down. He also declared CARE and the Muslim Brotherhood transnational criminal organizations and says they won't be allowed to buy land in Texas. Neither group is designated as a foreign terror organization by the federal government. Kerr tells Abbott in a letter that his announcement has no basis in law or fact, says Abbott doesn't have the authority to unilaterally declare any Americans or institutions terror groups, and accuses Abbott of stoking anti-Muslim hysteria. I'm Donna Border.
The Israeli military today warned 2 villages in southern Lebanon to evacuate buildings close to what it said are Hezbollah sites. Wall Street bounced back from this week's losses ahead of the latest earnings report from NVIDIA. The tiny Caribbean island country Curaçao will go to the 2026 Men's World Cup. It's the smallest nation by population ever to qualify. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News.
AP Sports, I'm Gethin Coolbaugh. The Pistons earned their NBA Best 11th straight win, 121-12 over the Hawks. Cade Cunningham scored 25 points for Coach J.B. Bickerstaff's team.
Cade is in that era of superstars.
LeBron James was in the Lakers' starting lineup against Utah to begin his record-setting 23rd NBA season after missing 14 games due to sciatica. Ohio State, Indiana, and Texas A&M remain the top 3 teams in the third college football playoff rankings. Georgia moved up to number 4. NFL, the Steelers say QB Aaron Rodgers could still play Sunday at Chicago despite an injury to his non-throwing wrist. Texans QB C.J. Stroud will miss his 3rd straight game with a concussion on Thursday against the Bills. And MLB, the Orioles acquired outfielder Taylor Ward from the Angels for right-hander Grayson Rodriguez. Gethin Coolbaugh, AP Sports.
And I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP News.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Chester Robards, and it is time for our monthly series with Bristol Wines and Spirits. We look forward to it every day. We've got some sommeliers, Kyle Stubbs and Tori Saunders with us, and we're celebrating Zinfandel today.
Good morning. Yes, today is International Zinfandel Day. Perfect day for us to refresh our understanding and a little bit of history of Zinfandel, where it came from, who really dominates in terms of a production, what kind of wines we see Zinfandel in. Right? We can get them as single varietals or we can get them in blends. Just a little reminder that all of us were incorrectly introduced to Zinfandel.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
When you pull out those bottles, I was like, that's not Zinfandel.
I love it. And so we just want to refresh, some mistakes that happen in Zinfandel production that has us enjoying another particularly type of sweet wine, which is the white Zinfandel.
Right.
And then we can touch on, I think we're now in a 3-year trend where Zinfandel is seeing its glory days kind of behind it. It's starting to slow down in terms of consumption. That's the white Zinfandel it is.
Okay.
And part of it is because, the wine market is taking the sweet wines a little bit more serious as opposed to just a mistake, as well as we're seeing the rise of more serious quality red Zinfandels.
Right.
Red Zinfandel is
Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, there's a whole lot going on at Bristol. Lots of events, and you got that sale still going on.
Yeah,
right?
we extended that. We extended the virtual
warehouse
sale. Yeah. It's good. I got lost looking at that list, but it's extended.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. But you get Tori and I and a couple of our team members who are always open to lending some suggestions, like we have been doing last week. But you don't want to miss this opportunity.
That's a really good
How long is it on for now?
It's going to go till the end of this week.
Oh, okay.
And the remainder of our sales for the year isn't going to be this extensive. Either it's not going to be this steep, or the amount of items is not going to be this vast. And then we know between Christmas and New Year's, it's all about the sparkling wine specifically.
Right.
So this is still your opportunity to get your wines and spirits at a very, very good price. You just literally sit down on your phone, shop.bristol.ps, go to town, and come and pick up the next business day right on the outside of the store, Gladstone Road.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Great sale.
So let's start at the beginning with the Zinfandel, because I forgot. It's a grape variety, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
Just making sure that it's a grape variety.
So what we want to appreciate and accept is it is a grape variety, and it is of the same species of all of the other varieties that we know of. Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon. So it isn't like it's a lesser quality or anything. It belongs to the same species that we call Vitis vinifera.
Okay. And where do you find it normally? Which place?
In today's world, you find Zinfandel all over California. It is actually the number 3, what we call a planted and crushed grape inside California. So Cabernet Sauvignon is the most planted and crushed, followed by Chardonnay, and then Zinfandel.
Really?
Right. Californians, the U.S. kind of adopted it and made it their grape.
And that's historically, or is that it?
Well, historically, it's increasingly in the last 30 to 40 years.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Historically, there's been scientific ties to this grape variety in Croatia, right? And its movement from Croatia into the southeast of Italy, and then the migration of Italians to the U.S. And that's how it ended up in the U.S. First in New York State.
So it does better in warmer climates?
Most definitely.
Okay.
And we'll get, as we taste 3 of these, the first one we're tasting starts from a cooler climate. This is the Primitivo, so the closest related grape to Zinfandel from Italy, right? They've done some scientific look at it, this grape, and it's just about identical to Zinfandel, right? Same properties, same characteristics, and all that kind of stuff. Does it mean that it is the same grape? They're still investigating that.
But it's sold as a Zinfandel?
It's right. So Primitivo is sold and accepted as Zinfandel, right? And so we moved from Italy into New York, and then through shipping from New York to California. And the Californians kind of owned it ever since.
Okay. All right, so you want to talk about the mistake first, or get into which one we have in front of us?
We can talk about the mistake. So Tori represents the Trinchero family in our portfolio, and the Trinchero family, for the majority of people, we know the Sutter Home brand from them. And it was them who, the winemaker was making the same red wine that we see inside our glass. Wow. And we always accept that there's a lot of conditions that need to be appropriate for us to have fermentation. Moisture, pH level, temperature, oxygen levels. But somebody through the winemaking process is tasked with checking that these conditions are still there. And the winemaker realized that something has changed, and he had a stuck fermentation, they call it. So something caused the yeast to stop breaking down the sugar, right? And stuck to the point where it was early in the fermentation, probably within the first 2 or 3 days, right? Because the juice was still pink in color. There was still substantial level of what we call residual or leftover sugar in the back end. And so he brought his team together to figure out what we're going to do with these tons and tons of pink juice. Because they were trying to get to this red Zinfandel. And of 3 of these wines we'll taste this morning, we look at the color, we say, this is deep red in color. And so they were heading to this deep color, but for whatever reason, whatever condition out of whack, kind of threw fermentation out of the loop. And they decided that we're going to put this pink juice in the market and see how it goes. Up until about 2021, right out of the pandemic, it was the number 1 selling SKU inside the U.S., right? White Zinfandel. Even though we have seen the rise in the last 20 years of the French rosés, the Whispering Angels, the Minutis, and a couple of others, White Zinfandel is how we on this side of the world were introduced to rosé, right? A little bit of extra sweetness, and not so high of an alcohol content, right?
Get a little closer to the mic.
Which year this happened, so we could like say, okay, maybe it was a hot year, or maybe it was.
In terms of what could have
what could have caused it.
I'm gonna say for the Bahamas that White Zinfandel seemed to come on the scene and get very popular in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the exact time that it happened, to make the mistake.
It wasn't earlier than
You
that?
mean for your family?
No.
for
Trinchero family, yeah.
As to what, like,
So
as
when
to
they
what
made the mistake.
contributed to the actual
They made it
disturbance
too
of
sweet. Like it was
a couple of
extremely
things.
hot year, and it was too sweet, so they couldn't break it down.
That's a good question. We look a little bit deeper.
You have to go and ask your family.
Yeah. Exactly what happened to that.
Has there ever been anything like that before? A mistake, and you say we're going to sell this anyway?
Yeah, I think in the wine world they try to use byproducts as much as possible before.
I feel like Kyle
wastage.
tells those stories all the time.
without wasting it. But yeah,
wow.
Wasn't rosé one of those?
In terms of
It was a kind of they were like it was a mistake, or they kind of fell into it.
well, rosé is on our way. Whichever way you're making rosé wines, it's on your way to making red wines.
Right.
So whether it was intentional or unintentional, through the way of getting to red wines is how they expressed or developed rosé wines through maceration, the time of skin and juice contact kind of thing. But what we want people to appreciate is that one equation we use to make wine gives us all of our styles of wine. Sparkling, rosé, dry red and white, sweet and fortified, just by yeast breaking down sugar, releasing carbon dioxide, and then that grape juice having alcohol in it.
Yeah.
How we manipulate that equation gives us all of our styles of wine.
Right.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, so as you said, this is a very dark one that we have. Definitely not white. Which one is this that we have right now?
This belongs to the Antinori family. It's Tomaresca Primitivo 2022, right? So this is the Italian interpretation of the same grape that we relate to Zinfandel that we enjoy from California.
That's a good nose.
Yeah, I like it.
But we have a cheat code for the good nose today.
Oh.
Yeah. We have our new glasses.
Oh, yeah.
This is, yeah.
We do have the cheat code.
Yeah, so it is. It's very.
It's trapping the.
Absolutely. So you see the extra lip to the bottom of the glass is almost like a decanter.
Yeah.
Right. So we give a little extra surface area to have a little bit more oxygen to come into the wine to kind of express itself right off the bat.
That's why you see when I first take that.
Yeah.
And we're super excited about these glasses.
Yep.
Very nice. Nice. Smells a little peppery.
It's
dry.
It doesn't have great like fruit notes.
Absolutely. So we appreciate that in our European wines, right? Which kind of makes it a little bit more food friendly because you get all of the other. I can feel the alcohol. I can feel a little bit of the tannin on the gum. I can feel the acid on the sides. You see rubbing your tongue on it, right? So those kind of say, hey, you put this on the side of food.
Right.
Now we're talking about a really, really, really good experience. On its own, it might take a little bit for the average Bahamian or North American palate to enjoy or to drink a bottle or two in a social setting.
Yeah.
Right. But it has the elements to say you put the right dish on the side of it.
So what would you say would be the steak wine?
It's big enough for a steak, but I'm thinking tomato-based stuff.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like let's simplify it, like homemade spaghetti. Whether it's the Haitian spaghetti with the eggs or it's just your traditional bolognese. Like I think this is superb to be sitting on the side of that.
Yeah, it's bold.
Yeah.
It is. Structured.
Yeah, very much structured. Some nice flatbread pizzas.
Oh yeah. That'd be great. Is this on sale with the warehouse sale today?
We can double check on you on the sale for this. I know it retails at about 36. But Tori's gonna confirm for us right now.
Because the real Xena duck us today.
Yeah.
The new Xena.
Xena's on some time off. She's preparing for a busy holiday calendar schedule that she has coming her way.
Wow.
All right, so we got a call. Caller with a question about Zinfandel. Good morning. How are you on the air?
Good morning, Dwight. You guys, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good morning.
I
I have a question for you guys, right? I don't drink like Dwight. Not even close, right? But
I might
question,
have got a single me.
how come,
These are
how come
Somalis in here,
cheap
you
wine,
know.
How come cheap wine tastes so good and expensive wine tastes like doo-doo?
Because we add a lot of things to cheap wine. We just had a tasting on the weekend. We did an art workshop and tasting, and 4 out of the 6 wines were sweet wines, right? And it was just amazing that the quality of sweet wines that we brought out, 80% of the people didn't enjoy, right?
Oh.
And so when I started to express about other sweet wines in the market that people were familiar with, and then to start to speak about the additives to those wines and the flavor component to those wines. So those wines are crafted to give us an experience and a taste profile. It isn't what nature does and the winemaker produces what nature gives him. It's the winemaker says, I want a sweet wine with a peach flavor and this finish and that finish. And so he goes specifically on the type of sugar that he's going to add, the flavor component and he could even play with color that he wants to add in the wine. So the people who make the cheap wine, they know what they're doing for the palate they're going after. We're going to make it really, really, really sweet. Really, really, really fruity, right? And you're really, really, really going to enjoy it.
Oh, but is it even accurate? I mean, we know there are some that are not as expensive that are going to be enjoyable. But is it because, as he said, he doesn't drink much?
Yeah. So
and if
it's
he were to
exposure
be
level.
exposed,
Absolutely.
right, then he would change his tone.
We all started off with sweet wines. I think some of us, it's the exposure level that kind of gives us and introduces us to other things, and us getting comfortable with the introduction of these other things that make us continuously explore, right? But also, we have people who like to think that we could get to the next level from a comfortable spot, which is not really the case.
Right.
The comfort spot is,
Wow.
I like how this tastes and feel, and this is where I want to stay. And so, in my mind, the sweet wines are always going to taste better because this is my comfort spot and this is where I want to stay. Sweet wines, when 21 years ago when I first started and I had the gal in the Galarasi.
I was just going to say, they think they're getting value for money too.
Yo, that was it. A fella just did that the other day in the shack, and I was like, not in this shack. Maybe in the Valley Boy shack. We don't drink Galarasi.
Oh, boy. It reached. It ain't even December yet.
Oh, boy. And now you have to say which valley. But anyway, we're not going there today. Okay. Wow. So I hope you heard that caller, right? Anyway.
It is the end of November.
That's what that usually tarnished the wine world. People be like, oh, I don't drink wine. I don't like wine.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people be like, oh, I only drink wine, but then you drinking
that or those
nameless
added stuff.
wines, you
Right.
know? So it makes us be like, oh, y'all just drink wine. Y'all just drink garbage. And
Well, you
It's
said
just
something. I think
That's
Kyle
crazy.
said something interesting, right? That understanding wine profiles comes with a level of discomfort because you're going to start drinking different things and you're going to run into some things you don't like. Definitely. But then if you keep trying, you're going to end up with something that you never expected.
And then you're going to be able to look back and be like, there's no way I was drinking that 12.
Right.
I mean, look at us in here.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't go back.
Right?
I haven't drank Galarasi in yep.
in a long time.
And I've seen it. I always see it. But
Yep.
Just turn up your nose at it now.
Yeah. Because, what we used to drink, we don't drink.
Yeah. Well, look I blame Kyle. I can barely drink a blend now.
We'll take that.
Yeah. That's a good
I
one.
can't accept it, but sure.
But oh well. All right. So what do we have up next?
Joe got Zinfandel.
This from your family?
This is my family. My family made this wine.
So this is from the U.S.
Yes, from California.
All right. Are we going to notice any real differences between how the Italians do it and how the Americans do it, Kyle?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think even before we get to the wine being in the winemaker's hand, just the difference in climate kind of contributes to the difference.
But now this one is Zinfandel?
This is Zinfandel.
Right. The actual grape is called.
The actual grape is called Zinfandel. And like Tori mentioned, Joel God belongs to the Trinchero family. For me personally, I just like Joel God because it's just a very good representation of place in grape variety. So whether it's a Napa specific cab or this is California, and I think they're sourcing these grapes from three different regions.
Lodi.
Yeah, so Lodi, which is big in Zinfandels, slightly inland from like the Napa and the Sonoma coast. It's 100% Zinfandel.
No.
The nose is different.
It's 97%.
Oh, there you go.
And 3% Petit Syrah.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm still calling it Zinfandel because it only needs to be 75% of the Zinfandel grape. It can be
okay.
blended with everything else, but it's still 75% means the Zinfandel structure, quality, and characteristics is what's going to dominate the wine. But I says it's 97%.
It's very good.
And
this one is a little fruit.
Yeah, you smell
forward.
So warmth of climate,
California.
right?
Okay.
That's like Ilutra pineapple, California grapes, same kind of thing.
So now, why would they go with a Petit Syrah in this? Just for a particular tasting?
Just to round it off.
Round it off. The Petit Syrah will give you a little bit of color and spice. Syrah is that one grape variety. No matter where you make it or how you make it, you can get some level of spice that shows up. Some black pepper, corn spice kind of thing.
Is the difference between Petit Syrah and Syrah?
Yeah, just like we talk about Chablis and Petit Chablis. Genetically, and then, well, not really Syrah, depending on where you produce it, but like if we look at Chablis, where production comes from, contributes to if it's Chablis proper or Petit Chablis. It's the same thing with Chianti and Chianti Classico. Chianti Classico still refers to a recipe and a region.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Good to know.
This smells fantastic.
It does, and it tastes fantastic too. But like you said, like because of things from the past, I would never go into a store and pick up a Zinfandel. Never, like I wouldn't do it until now, of course, because this Joel God is really good.
You put this in the fridge for 10 minutes just to bring the temperature down a little bit. This is smooth,
and you don't necessarily need this one with food.
No, this is easy drinking.
Yeah,
this is easy drinking from start to finish. You get good food character. It doesn't linger around too long, and it isn't high in acid. It's just a smooth start to finish kind of thing.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice. People usually go after Joel Cotton. They are they're unoaked Chardonnay. It's probably the best performing SKU, but I think this Zinfandel is under the radar. This is good.
This is kind of dangerous. You could.
Yeah, you drink. You bring the temperature down on this. You would probably drink this bottle and then realize, oh, that was 14.2% alcohol.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. All right. So, what's the cost of this one compared to that one?
You're getting prices right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's very, very nice.
Give the Chincheros my regards.
I love it. Give the Chincheros my regards. I love it. No, that was good.
Okay, here's the text as we wait for the prices. Oh, boy. Dwight, the problem I have with wine drinkers is the snobbery and arrogance that comes with these so-called sophisticated wine drinkers.
What? You
Wine
should see the
drinkers
Hennessy
have the same
drinkers.
snobby attitude as the French. Oh, boy. They just swiped it everybody.
What about the cognac drinkers? I think they're a little snobbish. Right? And they're insisting that,
Well, the ones who drink cognac in a snifter and in front of the fire, maybe, but not our beach drinking
That happens in the Bahamas. I'm only familiar with the beach drinkers.
And wear a jacket.
The beach drinker ones are snobby.
And they stay in the water until the bottle's empty, and then they want to go in the water.
Right, you wouldn't say they're snobby.
No.
But
I appreciate that text. There is a level of sophistication to me.
You're owning it. You accept it. Thank you.
There's a culture around wine consumption that evolves around good times. I think we as people start to class this thing, right? Because I'm still at $30 bottles, right? So you can't call me snobbish if I'm buying this Joel Gott Zinfandel for $30 and you're going to buy a bottle of Hennessy for $66. So
and drink it hot.
So so the snobbish starts from the residual income that we have to invest in what we do in our time off.
You're a sommelier, Kyle. You can't escape it.
But I mean, it's just alcohol consumption with food. That's what we do, right? And so I think we're just as snobbish as those who want to drink Kalek and Kong salad. And we're just as snobbish as those who want to have Hennessy and apple juice.
I like what I like, and if
See,
I
that-
take it seriously, I take it seriously.
I'm just gonna go down the rabbit hole if I keep going, and that's where I gotta finish that one.
Okay. All right. Let's take another call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning.
Hi.
I know the name that they described for the person who specializes in wine. Is it called wine connoisseurs or what?
Sommelier.
Pardon me?
A sommelier.
Sommelier is the experts, and if you like wine, I guess you can be called a connoisseur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Well, you had
Go.
two sommeliers here. You could have had some.
Did he want to be a
conversations
connoisseur?
with them.
Is there a connoisseur class?
Thanks for listening.
There's not a connoisseur class, but when we get into what's coming up, we have confirmed the dates. The third weekend of January, when we will do level 1 in wines, but we will start off with this thing called first pour, right? And this is for anybody who has no clue about wine, absolutely no clue, and just want to learn a little something. 1, 2, you're 18 above, and you can be graduating next year. And tourism and hospitality is something you're interested in. And then 3, you're already at UB. You're in tourism and hospitality, whether it's your first year or you're getting ready to finish up. We want to be able to put an international certificate in your hand.
Oh, wow.
So when you pull up to Atlantis or Bahama, you say, hey, I got a little something,
Okay.
which sparked a little bit of passion, ready to join the team so I could exponentially contribute.
If you just want...
or you just want a little bit of wine information.
Just to backtrack when we did Around the World in 60 Wines, we still have people today who elevated their palate from Colorado to a blend, or sweet wines to a Merlot or Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
People who just stuck it out with us and,
People want to
would
show
their
their snob
palate.
cards.
They wanna show their
Right.
snob
Yeah.
cards.
See,
we stamped those snob cards.
I'm officially a snob now.
I tell you, we had these 3 ladies that stick it out for almost to 60. They didn't make it to all 60 wines due to travel
Yeah,
and stuff
one or
like
two-
that. But
two of them,
from January to December, we went around
Oh,
the
I thought it was
world
one sitting with 60
no.
wines.
It was
Oh,
around the
okay,
world
okay,
in
that's
60 wines from January to December. And we had them stick it out. 'Cause
Alright.
we went from California to Spain to Chile.
Are you
to-
suggesting that you had to convince them?
No, it's not that. It's just that they were showing the interest.
All right, so what is? I mean, is it you just sample or you have to like work?
No, it's
and
like
go
it was our monthly tasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a little informational session on the region.
No
of the
quizzes
country.
or anything?
No. Every month it was just them.
When are you doing it again? 'Cause I'm sorry.
So we're gonna start our programming again in January, but next year. So Tori, so when we say around the world, it was more so focused on regions or countries in wine production and what they produce. So next year we're gonna revert back to grape varieties and understanding the grape varieties, right? So we got to look at Chardonnay in its holistic sense. Right. Chardonnay and the sparkling, Chardonnay and the champagne, Chardonnay from France, and then Chardonnay from California. But, I mean, when you look at Bristol's portfolio, like we have like Chardonnays of Chardonnays.
Yeah.
We have Costa Brown, that's small producers. It started off as a cult wine, right? It was only on a mailing list. So if you wasn't on the mailing list, you couldn't get a bottle of that. Right? We have Calera. There's an actual clone of the grape variety Chardonnay, and that's called Calera, right? And these are the folks who kind of showed the prowess of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir inside California. Again, a cult-driven wine. We're talking about 1,000 cases.
Wow.
And so they call it, hey, Bristols, we got 20 cases we could send your way.
That's
Please
crazy.
send the 20 cases. Even if I got to sit on it for 2 years, but, you know, not everybody in the world has these things. Then we talk about Louis Latour. Generations and generations and generations and generations and generations of wine production, top 5 Burgundy house. And so we're going to look at, you know, the big prizes that we have inside our portfolio, and we're going to pull them out next year and taste in terms.
Amazing.
So we can look at Zinfandel. So we can have a Zinfandel taste, and we can look at Zinfandel in the blend. 689, which is probably the top blend inside the country. It's
Right.
dominated with Zinfandel.
Oh, really?
And then we look at some higher end Zinfandels that we have in our portfolio, like Rumbauer and who am I missing? Earthquake from Michael David. And same thing, we have some fantastic Pinot Grigios. You know, people think Pinot Grigios at $25, like crisp, but we got some Pinot Grigios at $50, $60.
Okay.
That's really, really, really good and expressive. I
Nice.
look at Sauvignon Blancs. For whatever reason, Sauvignon Blancs was taken off. For whatever reason, people are now paying attention to American Sauvignon Blancs. Like for us, Strachan Sauvignon Blanc is like just killer. But we have some super Sauvignon Blancs that we would love to show next year, so we can have an understanding of what's happening in France in the Loire Valley, what's happening in Marlborough inside New Zealand, and what's happening inside Napa Valley. And we get to taste those kind of Sauvignon Blancs. So we're gonna come back to our grape varieties and getting that much more intimate with the grape varieties next year.
It's so important. I mean, again, I've learned this from your show, from you being on, and just open your mind and try something. Don't get stuck. I was stuck on so many things for so long, and it's just been amazing. Yeah,
it's not only
I was in a Pinot Grigio stranglehold, and opened my
just
mind.
like what he said, your comfort.
Yeah, and Chardonnay now, I mean, like, unbelievable.
Yeah. No, it's cyclical. Whether it's our body and the maturing of our body, whether it's the level of our exposure to different wines, whether it's the time of year, and then sometimes we just end up falling in trends and don't know. Like, I was drinking Sauvignon Blanc for the last couple of months, and it wasn't until I sat down with a supplier last week, and he's like, this Strachan Sauvignon Blanc is looking pretty good. Sauvignon Blanc for the last 2 years is really taking off inside the U.S., and he started to show me some numbers, and I'm like, here I am just falling in line with the trend without it being intentional.
Right.
That's just what it is.
Okay. All right. Before we sample this one, this person's asking, let's see this anyway. I need some sweet, affordable wine this Christmas. What do you recommend?
Sweet and affordable. So, there's different levels of affordable. So at $10, we could do Birds and the Bees. At $20, we could do 14 Hands. And we could find anything in between there.
Yeah.
Tori might have a
At
suggestion.
$13, we could do Yellowtail
Moscato.
Fresh twist.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
With a flavor. There you go.
Flavor.
Right, so $10, we could do Birds and the Bees red, white, or pink Moscato. At $13, we could do a mango peach tropical pineapple yellow twist.
It sounds like diabetes, right?
Or $20, we could do a 14 ounce. The thing about it is, none of those, even the Birds and the Bees, there's nothing added to it. Moscato is the base of the grape in the white and the rosé. Moscato is the base in the yellowtail flavors. And 14 Hands uses red grapes and intentionally stop the fermentation process to leave the sweetness in the back end. So these are levels of sweetness, but still in the quality realm.
Right.
And these are from the Moscato grape that falls in line with the Fides Vinifera, which is the quality table grapes that we put on our table.
Nice.
And the texter can also, check the list that you have going on, the warehouse sale, right?
I have a sale going
See
on.
what's going on there.
Yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So this one, and then we'll get to some prices, then we need to take a break. So this is, which one is this one now?
This is Gnarly Head Zinfandel.
California
Old
for sure.
Vines and yeah.
Oh, it's old vine?
Yeah. So let's taste before we give the price, or
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can pick which one is, guess which one is the most expensive one.
I like.
This is good.
Gnarly Head, eh?
Yeah.
Old vine. So the vines are at least 50 plus years old.
Oh, really? Oh.
So what happens then is we don't get full fruit production, but the fruit that we do get produced, it's concentrated and structured, and it's a little bit of an elevated.
Another one that you don't necessarily need food with.
No, right.
Yeah.
Again, Californians give us all of that fruit character that makes the wine so much more approachable on the palate.
Yeah. This one from the beach, though. Gnarly. They call it gnarly.
Interesting. Okay. Chester, which one do you think is the most expensive of the three?
I will go with the Joel Gott of the family.
I don't know. I think the Italian might be a little more expensive. Let's see. Let's see what our Somalias say here.
They deliberating over.
I'm trying to figure out if it's on sale. Okay. So what are we looking at in terms of prices?
So the Torsacoda.
That's the first.
That's the first one.
It's the Italian one.
$26.44.
Oh, that's not.
That's on the sale price.
No.
Okay.
That's not on the sale.
This regular price. And is it on sale now at the warehouse sale? No. Okay.
It's not on sale.
Primitivo.
Gnarly Head.
That's the last one we just had.
That's the one we just had. That's on the sale.
Okay.
13.20.
That's the sale price.
Yeah.
That's the sale.
Yeah,
price.
that's the sale price.
What's it normally?
I want to say
No, I don't know.
21.95 or 20.95.
Oh, that's pretty
Wow,
good.
that's good.
Naliad, boy, Naliad, you good.
That's a pretty good price.
Well,
And
she
Joel
sent me the-
got.
yeah, she sent
He's
me the
waiting
same
on the
price
Joel
twice,
God
yeah.
price right now.
Okay. So I'm. Well, it depends. What do you think? Would you have any idea what it is?
Joel God?
Yeah.
I want to say Joel God is $30.
See,
Give or
I
take.
picked it. Just I understand the family.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you got a whole lot of events. We're going to talk about that with Kyle and Tori when we get back. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Attention RBC clients. To comply with regulatory requirements and to avoid service interruption, you need to update your information at your RBC branch. While you're there, enroll in RBC Digital Banking for 24/7 access to your accounts anytime, anywhere. Update your information and bank at your convenience with RBC Digital Banking today.
The best way to get difficult things done is simple. Just work harder than anyone else. I know because that's my life story. I'm Darren Pickstock, PLP candidate for Golden Isles. I have a detailed plan for Golden Isles. And even though we have less than a year, I'll prove just how much we can accomplish. I am ready to get game-changing things done. I'm Darren Pickstock, and I hope you'll honor me with your vote on November 24th. Let's start working together.
Paid for by the
Step inside the John Baptiste Jazz Club at Bahamar, where the rhythm of the islands of the Bahamas meets the soul of New Orleans. Every night, the lights dim, the music swells, and the air fills with that unmistakable energy, the kind that makes you close your eyes and just feel. Savor signature cocktails, curated small plates, and live performances from world-class musicians, all in an intimate, artfully designed space where every seat has a story. Whether it's a romantic night out or a spontaneous evening with friends, this is where you want to be. The John Baptiste Jazz Club, only at Bahamar. Reserve your table now at bahamar.com/jazz club or through the Bahamar app, because every evening plays its own tune.
Unwrap the gift of style with Nassau Tile's holiday warm-up event from November 17th to 29th. Now is the time to beat the holiday rush with savings so hot you'll feel the cheer. Save 20% off store-wide on all tile, setting materials, backsplashes, mosaics, trims, and more. Gobble up even more savings on selected net items. Shop the holiday warm-up event at Nassau Tile for a feast of savings. Visit our showroom on Doddswell Street or call 322-2100 to check off your holiday style wish list today.
Smooth R&B nights under the stars are back. Soulful Sunday. Join us for Soulful Sunday Volume 4. Sunday, November 30th at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruise Pool. Hosted by Rika C. and Das Quay. Featuring live performances by The Essence Band, Donnie and Zavi. Plus, Navandria Lyric. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the show starts 7 p.m. Sensational live music. It's a night of dancing. Soulful. Sing along with today's and yesterday's hits.
Flashbacks of the time we met.
Have a few sips and kick off the holiday season at the waterfront. Tickets are just $35, $45 at the door. Get yours now at BahamasEtickets.com. Join us for Soulful Sunday, Volume 4. Sunday, November 30th at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruise Port.
This is Guardian Radio. your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
We really sound like bibbers off air, but my goodness. Welcome back to Morning Blend.
Bibbers?
That's what they said, right?
No,
that's a.
Anyway, welcome back to Morning Blend Business.
The connoisseurs.
Connoisseurs. Dwight.
My wife just have a
Chester.
different name.
Bibbers.
Kyle
I
and Tori.
can't take that name.
All right, let's get through the events. You got a whole lot going on. Again, the sale is going on now.
Yes,
The
please.
warehouse sale is
So,
pretty amazing.
shop.bristol.bs. Whether you're home, please do it on your lunch hour. Don't do it on the boss time. Just go on the website. The full list is there. Select, pay online. Tomorrow, come and pick up at the Gladstone Road store.
Yeah.
Right? For us, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I've just been spending a lot more time with the corporate office. So I've been able to see some of the customers come and pick up their things. I've also been able to see the warehouse scratching their head like, oh, we're so busy just grabbing 2 bottles for this customers and 6 bottles for this customers, but everybody's committed, right? And so put in your order. The team is sitting down, waiting and watching the terminal for the orders, and they start to pull them right away. And 24 hours after you hit pay, you can come and pick up your order. This is the time to get the holiday season started. This is the time to get the discount. So instead of buying the 2 bottles, you can get the 6 bottles. Instead of buying the 6 bottles, you can get the case. This is when the prices make sense and you get a little extra level of customer service. So now is the time to shop Bristol's and take advantage of these sales. We probably will have 2 more sales before the end of the year. One will be retail driven. It won't be as extensive as this one. And then one will be between Christmas and New Year's, and it's only going to be on sparkling and champagne. So now is the time to take advantage of the whole warehouse that we have on the website. Select. If you have any difficulties, shoot me an email at kyle.stubbs@bristol.bs. I will gladly go through the list and make some recommendations for you. But don't miss this.
Yeah, that's a good sale. Good sale.
Yeah. This
And
Thursday.
got all the events coming up, so you got to get
so let's
be
roll right into
well-stocked.
the events. Thursday of this week, because last month was so good, we're having our second champagne tasting. There's still a couple of seats available, and we are bringing out a couple of new champagnes like we did last year. So this is your opportunity to taste, even if you're not going to be purchasing it, but you're a champagne consumer, just to taste some interesting and some new champagnes. I think last month, the Bollinger 2016 B16 is what stood out to everybody. The majority of folks tasted, the Laurent Perrier Rosé before. We also brought out the Heritage from Laurent Perrier. Tomorrow, we're going to bring out something from Billicard Salmon called Nicolas Francois, which is a 2008 vintage champagne. And then we're going to bring out something else new from Laurent Perrier, their Blanc de Blanc, and then a nice mix of some other champagnes. We will be tasting for the first time in these fantastic Gabriel glasses. So I'm certain those who join us tomorrow is going to get a full sensory immersed experience around champagnes. Monday, we move into a invite only for Billicard Salmon. We have the export director and the regional director for LATAM. Both gentlemen will be inside our market next week, Monday and Tuesday. So Monday, we have a very small invite only champagne tasting. And then Tuesday, I think there's still a couple of seats available. We do a champagne dinner at everybody's favorite restaurant in the middle of downtown behind Russell Square. At Cafe Matisse, right? And so everybody loves Cafe Matisse. Everybody knows what the food and the service is like. we're just going to bring some gastronomic champagne to the table. And so we have a reception hour, and then we have a 3-course meal that's paired with 3 of the champagnes from Billicat Salmon. Right? Before we get there, Bristol's is going to be this weekend. That's this weekend, right? Jollification? This weekend, we're going to be hanging out at Jollification.
Yes.
So,
you're back.
Yeah, we're back. I don't think I need to say it, but now that everybody knows, Bristol's is out there, so you can't walk past without stopping by and saying hello. I'm sure Tori and the team, we have the full team out there. It's going to be mixing up some holiday treats, and we're just going to kick off the holiday season in grand style this weekend, participate in Jollification. Where am I? December 13th. December 13th is our wine bingo, right? So wine bingo in the yard, and these are all on our Facebook page. You can email zwilliams@bristol.bs. We're expecting about 100 persons on the outside tasting 6 wines, and we have a DJ lineup that's kind of gonna kick things to another level. We are expecting an interesting, why just wine taste when you could wine bingo?
Okay,
right?
I agree.
Then we go into the 18th, which is our wine soiree. So we'll be on the outside. Sorry, on the 18th, our wine soiree. We'll be on the outside with 4 or 5 wine stations, pulling out some of the new wines. Again, this will be probably the last time you can get some steep discounts.
That's an invitation event, or?
That's going to be, that's purchase for tickets, $35. That flyer should be around sooner than later. And then we're going to end the season with Pilates and Prosecco the day after, the 19th of December.
Okay.
And that's limited space, only 30 folks. I think $120 is the ticket price of that. You get to do some Pilates and taste 6 fantastic Prosecco's.
Interesting connection.
Okay. That's going to be very...
However you want to do it.
Hey,
however.
You should get into some very interesting positions.
They bring the experiences, we bring the wine. We just don't say no.
Right. Really quickly as we go, this person's asking if you're on a family island and you want to take part in the sale, how will that work?
Send me an email. We can make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Kyle.stubbs, KYLE.STUBBS@bristol.bs. We can make it happen.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. Happy Zinfandel Day. Happy International Men's Day, everybody. Pick up the Nassau Guardian for the Guardian Business section and for the supplements for International Men's Day in the paper today. And be sure to tune into CFAL Talks Mondays at 6:30 p.m. right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Kyle Stubbs, Tori Saunders, thank you again from Bristol.
Thank you.
Wines and Spirits. Chester Robards, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll see you next week, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.